What do we got there? We got Devo. We had Devo stunting on somebody. Getting ready for Sunday.
More of the same.
Womack's back.
Oh, shit.
We didn't have any Jimmy Cockbuffing last week. The designated Cockbuffer is back.
You should have put respect on Jimmy's name. Put some respect on his name. Bastards.
Yeah, well, if he throws one touchdown, I'll give him respect. But he ain't done that the last 2 weeks. So, till then, no respect. Rodney Dangerfield.
Comes through in the clutch. Don't matter.
He come through in the clutch on Sunday.
Yeah, he did.
Saturday.
Converted fucking. What you mean?
He didn't do shit. That was a block kick.
Nigga, that last drive when we had to go in there. When we had to go get that field goal to win it. Who you think did that?
Yeah, he had like one pass. Whoa.
We had two. And
Very impressive.
It was like 4 for 4 on that whole drive. 55 yards. What you mean, wow.
How many have for the whole game?
Gives a fuck. Did we win? Yeah. Did he leave the game winning field goal? Yes, he did.
Was it because of him? Hell no.
No, it wasn't because of him.
Yeah, he did that nice little pick to Kittle.
So what? They fumbled, so offset.
Didn't offset. We were trying to get in the game. We'll get into that in a minute. But yeah. Welcome to Gold Dirty Bastards episode 59. Got Nip and Womeezy in the house.
Yeah.
Ready to kick some football shit. Mostly, I think this is pretty much all football episode, this one. Divisional, crazy fine. Divisional weekend.
Jesus,
a bunch of shit popping off.
Was it? Good Lord.
Danny says at least he didn't fuck it up at the end. Yeah, but do you really want to be saying that about a quarterback? Like, that's what you got to say about that's what you got to say about the dude? That's how bad it is? At least he didn't fuck it up at the end?
But look, though, his line wasn't fucking blocking for his ass for the fucking at least the first half, dude.
I don't know, I hear it.
And they got hella drop passes. What you mean? He had hella drop passes. Kittle had drop passes.
Rodgers' O-line wasn't blocking for him either.
Yeah.
He still was able to put him in position to win it. It ain't his fault the fucking kicker got his shit blocked. And the punter.
Well, then again, he only scored 10 points, so.
Danny, can you argue with these results, though? 0 touchdowns, 1 interception, back-to-back games.
There's only one result that matters. That's the dub.
Yeah, and it ain't because of him. That's the whole point, though.
Dude
He's there for the ride. He's essentially a Brad Johnson or a Trent Dilfer status at this point, which is fine. He may win a ring, but he gone next year either way.
That's all I need him to do. Yeah, I mean, either way, yeah.
But it ain't because of him, so let's get that clear right fucking now.
Well, how's it when they win? It's not because of him, but then when they
lose,
it's
what was
all
his
on
stats?
him.
You want to look up his stats? You want to look up his stats? What was Trey's stats when he played Arizona? I think he had better stats than Jimmy.
Yeah, and still lost.
Yeah, but he had better stats.
Who cares?
That was Shanny fucking kicking hella, going for it on 4th down like he was playing Madden every fucking game.
Yeah, well.
If they kick those 3 field goals, they win that game. But Shanny was on some Shanny hypes.
Maybe, maybe not.
No, maybe not. He had better stats than Jimmy in that fucking game. Fuck out of here.
It don't matter. He still lost.
Jimmy is not the fucking answer, dude. You can't.
Nobody said it was the answer. Nobody said it was the answer. I just said this season. I said this season.
It ain't about faith and trade, Danny. It's about this dude. We've seen it numerous times.
Thank you, Danny. You let these motherfuckers know.
Did Trey go out there and win that game? We would have got eliminated in that Texas game, right? I could have swore he did.
We'd be sitting at home with the rest of these motherfuckers during the playoffs.
If it wasn't for
Trey would have been starting. If it wasn't for Trey, what?
If it wasn't for Trey in that Texas game, we'd be at home right now.
Yeah, because fucking the Texans are hard to beat.
Are the Seahawks hard to beat? Because Jimmy lost to him twice.
No, Jimmy didn't lose to him twice. He was tied with them at halftime. He didn't play the second half. Who played the second half of that game? Trey
off the bench with no reps.
Okay, don't matter. What did he do?
But don't matter. What do you mean don't matter? No reps.
What did he do?
For rookie in the first game with no reps. That matters.
Yeah, but you got to throw 5 yards, right? He could do what Jimmy does, hand off and throw 5 yards, right? How come we couldn't do that?
Not as a fucking rookie. Give him a couple games, yeah.
What you mean as a rookie?
Games.
Of course he's a rookie.
What do you mean when you look at all these rookies this year with no experience? That's what I fucking mean.
Okay,
give him some experience.
When you talk about a stacked roster,
Davis Mills looked a lot better after 5 or 6 games, didn't he?
You talked about a stacked roster. It doesn't matter who's back there. Anyone can be back there, right? No, it doesn't. Not with our stacked roster. You got to give the dude
at least 2 games, 3 games.
Not with our stacked roster. That was your argument. Oh, we are a stacked roster. He could do it.
He does got a stacked roster. Yeah, he could come in and start. He would struggle maybe 2 or 3 games, then he'd be ready to fucking roll.
2 or 3 games? No, he wouldn't. He would struggle every fucking game.
His second game he won already. What the fuck you talking about?
Against the fucking Texans. So what? Lawrence beat the fucking Texans. So did Zach Wilson.
And the Texans beat the fucking Chargers. What's your point?
So what? But the fucking they still lost the fucking.
You want to look at who Jimmy lost to? Good fucking point. Let's look it up right now. Let's see who Jimmy lost to this year.
Yeah. We lost to Arizona.
Let's look
where they had 2 fumbles, one by Kittle, one by Ayuk,
no, I got
and a
this.
bunch of drops, and the fucking defense who couldn't stop fucking shit on the Arizona game.
Arizona,
or you talking about
Seattle,
or the fucking
Tennessee when he cost us the game.
Yeah, no, he didn't really cost us the game because he came back. He didn't cost us the game because he made some mistakes, but he came back and tied it. Was he there? Did he let Tannehill run for 21 yards on a 3rd and 12?
Did he throw hella picks? Yes.
No. Was that the when he had an injured thumb? Yeah.
That's an
on
excuse,
your throwing.
Man. He makes those plays every week.
That's an excuse. What you mean?
That's how he plays every week. It wasn't the thumb. That's how he plays.
Motherfucker had a torn ligament in his thumb and a chipped bone.
And that's how many interceptions he have like this season.
What?
A good
10.
amount.
10.
How many games he started?
He started all but 1, 2. No, 1, 2. I think 2, right?
2.
Yeah, all but 2.
15 games?
Yeah.
So that's what about
less than 1 interception.
But he don't even throw the ball. That's the point. He don't even throw it, and he's still getting those. Anyways, we'll get into that shit later. It's enough of this fucking Jimmy talk. The dude's a scrub. You got us looking embarrassing out there.
Didn't do nothing. Didn't look at us embarrassing coming back, making those clutch throws. What you mean?
Yeah, clutch throws to the other team. Best divisional round ever. Was this the best divisional round ever?
I would say yes, it was.
I think we called this, me and Big Leo. Womack was MIA on Friday.
I was moving.
We didn't ask why. We just stated the facts. You were MIA again. But anyway.
It wasn't MIA. You know where I was. I was moving.
Still missing in action. Not committed to the team. Conduct detrimental to the squad, like AB. We call this. Listen to that fucking episode. Me and Leo were on fucking point on all that shit. We said it was gonna be shootouts. I got Tennessee wrong. Leo picked Cincy. Leo was on fire actually. He hit all of his predictions, I believe. But go back, check us out. I mean, we were on our shit. We called the Niner game. We called the Buffalo game. I said it was gonna be one of them crazy type of shootouts. Whoever got the ball last wins. I said it was gonna be 34-31. It was more than crazy. That. Danny says the Saturday Niners game was the most viewed on Saturday ever. Yeah, I think it had 39 million on Fox.
Hey, that was.
We know who America's real team is. We know who America's real team is. So, yeah, this divisional round had everything. I predicted OT as well. I said one of these games is going to probably go into OT. I called for OT in this divisional round. I said we're going to have some shootouts. I said the Niners, this was going to be ugly. This is what we wanted. We wanted a snowball on the frozen tundra in Lambeau fucking Field. We got what we wanted. We're more built for that. When the snow started coming down, it woke up the whole fucking squad, the special teams. The one thing I will say that Jimmy was not his fault was Kittle's drop and one of Jennings.
Ayuk's too. Ayuk had dropped.
Ayuk had one. So first half, that wasn't all on Jimmy. Kittle, he made up for it though because he had
that one-handed catch.
That one-handed catch was off the hook. Fucking went up. Not a great throw, but Kittle made it work. Went one-handed and snagged that shit.
I mean that throw was went over the defender and on the side. That was actually the only fucking place that dude could have caught.
Could have threw it a little lower, but it's good. It was completed. What Kittle's there for, to make crazy catches from Jimmy.
He's good for those from time to time.
So he made up for it. A lot of people made up for stuff in this game. The special teams made up for it big time.
For the whole season.
For the whole season worth of bullshit.
Yeah,
Robbie Gold, I got to take back the words I said about him. I think Womack, me and you both said we shouldn't have paid him so much. But this dude's earning his money now.
I still think so. But in the postseason though anyway, he's been
postseason he hasn't missed. Yeah, I think regular season this season and last year he struggled a couple times. He's not a terrible kicker at all, but there was times when it was like he was fucking up.
He would miss like the 35-yarders and just stupid shit he'd fucking miss for no reason. But
this dude on Instagram, they're posting all the pictures of him, the videos of him kicking over the fucking Cowboys cheerleaders, over the Packers warm-ups. Like, this dude is a menace, they're saying. That shit is hilarious. Robbie Gold is fucking cold-blooded killer. It's evident. And then the video, him and Jimmy saying, fuck the Packers. That was classic.
That's just
fuck the Packers. Fuck the Packers, man. You're a fucking beast. What you say some cold-ass shit. She was live, but this divisional, so it had a little bit of everything. It had ours was like an old school knock 'em out, drag 'em out fight. Special teams wins the game. Reminded me like of the Ravens a little bit when the Ravens were on their little tear. They had a lot of similar plays. Big plays, special teams, big plays, defense.
Yeah.
So that was there. Then we had the classic shootout, Wild Wild West shootout, with the Texans and I'm not Texans, the fucking. Bills and Chiefs. Oh, we got Sell Wall in the house.
Oh, yes, sir.
Shit.
Are you ready?
This is what we call cheese. This is what we do to cheese as fucking Niner fans.
That's processed cheese.
It's half cheese.
That's what the fuck we do, bitch. You know what I mean? We eat fucking cheese. Because it's food.
To be fair, they probably got better cheese than that in fucking Wisconsin. So
I know. One piece of cheese looks just the same as the other after a while, brother. What's happening, boys? How about that fucking win?
We're just breaking down the divisional weekend, saying it's one of the best ever, all around.
If
our
not
game,
the best, I think it was
our
the
game.
best one.
I say it was the best as well. Our game was I was saying it was
sure.
Gave them the old school, fucking hard hitting cold weather football. Then we had the shootouts. Out in the AFC, and then we had almost a comeback from Brady. Rams tried to give it away.
Yeah, they tried to blow it again, huh?
They tried to give it away.
And they are who we thought they were. Well, as far as that goes, I would say that it falls in a few brackets. We did get a little bit of everything, though, and it was fucking beautiful.
Got an overtime game.
We got our suspense, we got our drama. We had our offense, we had our defense. I would say if you're more of a offensive person, then the Mahomes Allen shootout was your game. If you liked, clutch play and defense, that was our game for sure. You know what I mean? I mean, let's be honest. We were dead in the water in that point by then.
Oh,
and
man.
with as bad
it just comes down to preference, like you said. That's what it comes down to. Out of those two games,
was playing, it was like, is it pretty much this is it? This is our last shot, and well. It's kind of nice that the redheaded stepchild of the team, the special teams, actually came through and did the damn thing too this time around.
Not one block kick, but two block kicks.
Now, how about Jimmy reaching deep for fucking off and letting that actually get that close?
Oh man,
because J-Dub was the reason they got that pass, dude. He blew his coverage, he blew his assignment. Let's be honest.
Gonzalez says, "Yo,
what's up, man?
Yo."
So, I mean, the way he handled it afterwards to go ahead and get that block punt, because that was big, dude. We would have had to go to overtime then. You know what I mean? Considering the rest of the game would have played out the way it was, we would have had to go to overtime with them because we would only score 13.
Oh yeah.
And we stopped them again. So just that right there is basically a game winner. You know what I mean?
So. What were your takeaways of Jimmy? Me and Womack have been a little bit arguing as usual, the usual.
Yeah, of course.
You seem to be kind of in the middle of the two of us, so I wanted to get your opinion, your thoughts on how Jimmy played this game, and just Jimmy thoughts, your normal Jimmy thoughts.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. He makes it really fucking hard to hate him. I mean, like really, really hard. One of you guys saw the clip after the game when Robbie ran up on him. Leo!
He's disappeared. He's playing the disappearing. He has no head. Half of his head is gone.
See me?
Now you don't.
Yeah.
Now you see me now.
Invisible
you don't.
manish.
So what?
Camouflage chameleon.
So you can't hate him? Is that what you're saying?
Well, wait, no. I'm saying is, did you guys see the clip? So Robbie Gold runs up on him, and then Jimmy calls him a fucking legend, right?
Oh yeah, we just quoted that shit right before he came on.
It makes it really difficult to hate him when he does shit like that. You know what I'm saying? On top of the fact that he is definitely the dude that will take his lumps. Literally with the press and with his teammates, it makes them guys want to run through a brick wall for him. And if whatever makes the rest of your team run stronger, then fuck. I mean, he does that, and I can't say he doesn't. He has that shit in spades. The make you want to work for him kind of shit. Now, that all being said, the easy way to hate him is when he throws fucking shithead picks like he did to Kittle again.
And he tried to throw about 3 or 4 this time. Aikman called him out on that shit. Aikman was like, "What is he doing? Like, these are dangerous ass throws."
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he believes in his arm a lot. I mean, he fancies himself a little bit of like a Brett Favre, and then you saw it with that shovel pass to Elijah, which was pretty damn good. Nice. And he did have a few mishaps with the guys early. We talked about that during the game, Nip. But it was like that one Kittle, that was definitely a touchdown. So the 2 drop Kittle ones was kind of a hurt. It hurt his cause and his momentum. Some guys got to get into a groove. He looked like he was ready to get into a groove early, but 3 or almost even 4 drop passes just to start the game, that'll screw anybody up. You know what I mean? So I think definitely he came to play, but it got away from him really fucking fast. And then when he doesn't, and especially in a low visibility game, he already has issues with his sight adjustments. I'd be saying that, calling him out on that all the time. But with the snow coming down and just getting worse and worse, and then not being able to get in the rhythm, not getting nothing established at all on offense, a couple of rushes here and there, it was just what it was. He goes hard.
Stop, Danny.
Like for some reason he pulls it out of his ass when he has all that against him. You know what I'm saying? He does that.
He needs to. He happens every time when he needs to make a play and when he needs to fucking do a drive to fucking go down and score.
Super Bowl, bro. That's where the major we really needed him. And it seems like that sometimes might go away a little bit on him. You know what I'm saying, in the playoffs.
I compare him to a Trent Dilfer.
I can't because Trent didn't have that leadership ability. He didn't have the it, bro. I mean, Trent,
he did though that year. Dude. That year he let him,
but he had like one of the best defenses carrying him. Like we don't have one of the we didn't have it like that. Come on,
he had a prime Jamal Anderson, bro, running the ball, and he wasn't going.
He got Elijah Mitchell and Debo.
But you're talking about defense that gave up 13 points a game.
We shouldn't even really be, to be honest, we shouldn't even really be using Debo and the thing. But he sparked something, so you got to use that weapon for sure. But simple and plain, he didn't need any of that with Jamal Anderson. You know what I mean? You know what you got.
I mean, he had Mostert that Super Bowl run year.
Yeah, and then look what happened. They won in spite of him. You know what I mean? So I get where it's coming, but it's like you try.
I would say he's a little bit better than those dudes. He's a little bit better than those, but that's the comp for me.
Well, yeah, I mean, I get it. I understand, and I understand the connection. You know what I'm saying? But it's like without him, and they didn't have this with Dilfer. They didn't win constantly with Dilfer every season. Like
exactly, I was about to say, this is
Jimmy's track record. Yeah,
I was about to say, Dilfer never led his team to the playoffs. NFC championship. Well, I mean AFC championship twice. So I understand what you're trying to say, but I mean,
but
you can say Dilfer won his game though, his Super Bowl game.
But when your defense fucking gives up 13 points a game, though,
Jimmy ain't got no Super Bowl ring.
But when your defense gives up 13 points a game on average,
ours is giving up 17 right now, and this is a higher scoring league. So,
I mean, it's just a lot. It's just a lot different. You know what I mean? It was a different time too. You know what I mean? The early thousands, bro. So that's like 20 years ago. You know what I mean? So I mean, I hear the comparison. You know what I mean? You can do a lot of Kerry Collins comparison. You know what I mean?
And they didn't even give. And to look at it right now, they never gave. They never gave Trent Dilfer a second run in Baltimore. He only had that one run, and they booted him. So he didn't have a chance. We didn't have a chance to see what he would have done. But we didn't have a chance to see what he would have done, though.
You could compare him more to Kerry Collins when he was with the Giants.
I would say Rex Grossman when he was with the Bears.
Nah, because he was. Say that. They had that 1 year, bro, and Grossman was shit even every year after that. And before.
I would say Dilfer's better than Grossman.
Come on, bro. Kerry Collins, because Collins with the Giants, they won.
But Dilfer was a Bucks. But Dilfer was a Bucks quarterback. I mean, for a minute, and they had a decent defense over there with fucking Lynch and fucking sapping them dudes. And
they didn't really do anything.
He got him there. He got him to he got him to the NFC Championship game a couple times.
They didn't win until they got Brad Johnson.
Yeah, they didn't win until they got Brad Johnson.
Another one that kind of.
It's another Jimmy comparison, right?
Regardless of the whole situation of who's who.
What segment is this? We just shitting on Jimmy, or what? We're not.
No.
Nip is.
Nip wanted.
Nip is.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean? Because we're going back.
Do you got y'all change your tone a lot from group chat, Leo and Womack. We can bring back the group chat. What y'all was saying about Jimmy? Now you want to be all Mr. Nice Guy with Jimmy.
I've been riding with Jimmy the whole season. What are you talking about? That's well documented.
Do I got to post it?
I mean, post what? What is it a post? Of course, you're gonna say like, "Come on, Jimmy, what the fuck are you doing?" Come on, Jimmy.
All right, but then don't sweeten it up and switch it up on camera.
I'm not sweeten it. I'm just saying, are we talking about the victory or we?
But I've been riding with Jimmy. But I've been told you.
The question to me was, what's my opinion of him? You know what I'm saying, after this game.
All right, because over here it says best divisional round ever. I was like, I thought we were talking about that, but I just hear
you came on late, so you missed out, I guess.
But I told you, and Cello can count this too. I was like, you were hella scared of Green Bay. I was like, yeah, but we got Aaron Rodgers' number, and I said that shit. I was like, look, you can say all this and that you want, but we be putting two.
Who? I was scared of Green Bay.
Yeah, you were scared of Green Bay. I don't know, man.
Here. I don't know by now. No.
I can't do that.
You guy was scared of Green Bay.
Me?
No, he wasn't.
You.
I called him out, bro. 2 months ago, I said I wanted Green Bay on the fucking show.
Yeah, but when it came game day, you were like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
What'd I say?
You said, I don't know, man.
I said, I don't know what.
No. Sorry, bro.
No,
my money says otherwise. I got my receipts on that too.
Yeah, shook on Rodgers. I know that. And I said I got paid because
I
got paid, B.
Just like you were shook at that first game against Green Bay. I was like, nah, because we had their number.
And we lost that game, didn't we?
Yeah, in the last fucking second.
You said Rodgers was done. He wasn't shit. Remember?
No, I said.
You want to get back to shit?
No, I never say he wasn't shit. I said when we play him.
You said I ain't scared of him. I ain't worried about Rodgers. He ain't doing nothing.
I ain't worried about him. No, he's not. He never does.
He won the game at the clutch, bro. What are you talking about? He don't do nothing against us.
Yeah, but you took him to the last second, though. We already we came back and beat him. What you mean?
Okay.
So,
okay.
Moving along. Basically, Jimmy, like I said, it makes it very difficult to hate the guy because he does bring an unmentioned and unquantified factor to that group of guys, dude. Defense and offense, they both love him and they like to play for him. You know what I'm saying? So,
but wouldn't that be the case with any quarterback back there, though?
I don't think so because Lance just got there. First off, you know what I mean. The only way is if he was the second coming of fucking Michael Vick at his prime,
which he's clearly not.
With Tom Brady's vision and brain, which just he's not nearly there yet. Not saying he can't be, you know what I mean, but he's not nowhere near scratched his potential yet. You know what I mean? So you would think that the guys feel because they've done all that for Jimmy already. You know what I'm saying? And look how close we are to actually, getting the revenge tour that we set out for this year. And so basically this is, they're going to go hard no matter what for him. You know what I mean? They would definitely go hard no matter what if Lance was in there. Don't get me wrong, but there's a certain little extra because it's the want to accomplish it with this guy who your brother who was standing next to you when he said, fuck that. Let's go back and we'll do it again. You know what I'm saying? This time we'll win. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So they're one game away to going back to the Super
Bowl. Exactly. So
why not? Let's do it
again. That's what I mean. Like Jimmy brings that shit to the group. You know what I mean? But the other problem is that erratic ass play and sometimes a willingness to try to do too much when you just take the fucking sack, bro. I'd rather have you just take the sack or throw the fucking ball away. You know what I mean? Like he did in the last game. I got to give him his propers because there was a few times he would have done even more Jimmy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? But he
was taking some bad sacks in this game though. He was holding on to it too long. A couple of them. He wasn't stepping up in the pocket.
But
they were doing a good job though.
The O-line was in his lap in the first half.
But even still, he wasn't stepping up properly. He was like
you can step up when the pass was in your face though.
No, there was somewhere he could step up into, and he just stood there.
Hell no! Not with Brunskill getting put back and Compton pushed back into him.
He did that a lot this game. Jimmy did that a lot this game. You can't say also though that those fucking corners for Green Bay was doing their job, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that game, really, like you said, bro, that was football weather. Old school shit, to pound the rock weather, Nippy. We were supposed to just say when we did, and that was pissing me off. And then again with the fucking play action that the most obvious of times, you know what I mean? It was just it kind of pissed me off. But at the same time, he did try. I give him his propers. You've seen the grit in this game, but he's always going to give us that, dude. You know what I'm saying? And that's the one thing that you kind of want to let go of. For me to be completely honest, because you always at least one behind the 8-ball fucker with Jimmy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I totally agree with you. I mean, he's gonna have some shitty ass plays, like exactly what the fuck are you doing moments. But Jimmy has been giving you those when you need a drive. You need to get that field goal. You need to get that touchdown, or you're moving. He's doing it when he has to do it.
Yeah, it's like he needs that shit. Like he needs the pressure.
Somewhat, but he didn't do that against the Rams. He threw that pick to Ramsey.
No, he didn't. You know,
and we could put the Cowboys away. No. Let me finish. Can I finish? And then he did it. He did it the next week against the Cowboys when we could have put him away. He let him back in the game.
True, but you got to remember too. He did something after that to get us to a position to score. You know what I mean? We didn't get the touchdown. But we got enough to keep it close. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And plus,
now I don't like that either, though, bro. I fucking despise that. Let's go fucking kill them. You know what I mean? Let's get that touch. Let's finish this shit, my dude. Or let's not make the mistake in the first place. You know what I mean? I'm with you. You know what I mean? But that's what he brings to the table.
Is 0 TDs and 1 interception in 2 playoff games. That ain't shit for me.
Nah, but you know what?
I can't get past that, dude.
Okay,
but all the stuff you say is good. The intangibles are good. But at the same time, look, this is not playoff football. What you expect from a playoff quarterback?
But you can't.
If you look at all the other, all the other remaining quarterbacks, even from this past weekend, he's dead last.
Okay.
Burrow,
100%.
All these guys.
But if you look at where we was at when we got them 2 field goals, we was right there in fucking first and goal, and then we had a holding call by Trent Williams, brought us back. We was there fucking first and goal. That was kind of
some bullshit.
And then we had a face mask by fucking Elijah Mitchell that put him back like 15 yards. You know what I mean? So we got backed up. That's probably 14 points right there that he could have fucking did that we knocked ourselves out of. And the drops, you know.
We should.
But you're talking about this game. I'm talking about the past 3 games though.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying he brings it, you know what I'm saying, and that's great, you know. But then, you know, that's what makes it hard for me.
That 1 or 2 interceptions is just like
exactly.
It is what it is. He's our quarterback. We got to win with him, and
exactly.
And we're winning with him. So I mean,
shit, we 2-0 when he throws a pick. So fuck it, let him throw picks. I guess we fucking win, right?
You know, they go harder. I ain't gonna lie. The defense, for some, they turn that gear and they come around a corner hard. You seen what they did in this fucking game to just limit it enough, you know, so that he was ineffective. When I tell you guys, fucking with Dre back in there and getting another game up under his belt, knock that rust off, he didn't have that quick 3-step, 2-step drops every single time like he did in the first game. You know what I'm saying? And that was the thing. Greenlaw in there brings another level to our linebacking core that you could even, if you wanted to, try to compare it against the studs we had when we had Ball, when we had Harbaugh and shit. So, you know, that's
I would give the edge to those guys.
You know, I mean, he's not matching them, but but they're scratching that.
He's definitely a spark because he's flying around too. Well, we don't have too much of that.
Them as a group, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the boy Alden and and P. Willie and what I'm saying, and Brooks and what I'm saying, and Bowman.
Yeah. Our front seven has been nasty the last
with
3
him
games.
Back, it's even worse. Bro, you guys know in the past 3 games we tallied 15 sacks.
Yeah, we've been killing
it. Fucking murdering.
Armstead, I talked hella shit about Armstead.
Yeah,
he was coming through. But they did move him inside. So was it Saleh this whole time fucking him up?
He needed to be inside the whole. That's his natural spot. I don't understand why. Because when he split time
people out of
Defoe,
position.
When they split time with Defoe, and when Defoe was here, they were just terrorizing fucking interior guards and centers. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was a joke. Because one would come in and they're both they're the fucking twin towers, bro. They're both 6'8", like what I mean, and they just get at dudes too quick out of their jump. You know what I mean? So
Sampson has been doing his thing too. You know what I'm saying? When the
invisible man is no longer invisible. My God, that man.
Yeah, he began to sack. Yeah, he began to sack like what every. Yes, it's like 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, Arden Key. You know what I'm saying? That
Arden Key. That's
Another thing is too when in the morning when I send out the text that what's his name. Ambry Thomas was going to play. I was like, oh shit, this is not good. But the D line has been doing, been improving.
K'Wan Williams.
I'm saying even that Tart. That's another thing too. We don't talk about much about Tart is he saved that touchdown when they was right before halftime.
When Jimmy Ward got smoked again.
I don't know if y'all saw it, but he was on the other side of the field. He ran, caught up. And then the blocked field goal. I mean, that was
that was Jimmy though. He did redeem himself on that.
He redeemed it on that block for real.
Yeah, because he was sitting there frozen, like because he was trying to. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. Peeking in the backfield.
Well, that's what I said too. I told y'all Jones gonna be a problem out the backfield. I said that shit.
That's true. That's definitely true.
And that's what I was scared of.
When you got that squad, dude, that front seven, is formidable as fuck now, dude. And then of course, you know, we got the depth pieces, you know what I mean, to throw the guys in there. Like, well, what did Willis just do but etch his name into 49ers history? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's be honest. He's there now. Too. You know, and he, what was it?
I think
it was an ankle. His ankle
sprain. He was not.
Oh yeah, he was nerved in the high ankle sprain. That's right.
Yeah, and then he came back in. So you know what I'm saying? That's another thing. These guys are playing physical. You know what I'm saying? They're you know
quick.
Just straight toughness. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I don't know if you saw that hit with I think it was Mosley. They hit on Devontae Adams, straight smacked him down. I mean, that's what they've been doing.
That's what I was saying too. Let them catch their shit. Let them catch their shit and make them pay when they come across the middle. And we did it. We did it.
Yeah, Mosley this is on that one.
This is how I called it. I mean, I said this shit. We were built for. We all said it. We're built for the cold weather. We're built.
Womack wasn't here, so he didn't call.
No, we neither one of us were.
No, we said that the week before, though. Anyway, we were saying that the week before.
But we didn't think the offense wasn't going to score. And let's be honest, that offense.
No, that was surprising to me. The offensive struggles. I thought we'd be able to run on them a lot more than we could.
Well, everybody had their moment.
It was because of the, you know.
But they were selling out against the run, and we didn't make them.
Nah, because they could run on us, so you can't say it was because of the weather.
Yeah.
No, but they were selling out against the run.
Yeah, they were loading the box on us.
And we
can't
do
that against Rodgers. We had to drop 11 back.
But we didn't do nothing to make them pay.
7 back.
We didn't do no screens. We didn't do no bootlegs. We didn't do the play action. Like you said, just fucking. It was obvious. Like okay, like they ain't gonna fucking bite on that shit.
Yep.
They wasn't gonna bite on the shit when you had the stretch plays and then come around the other side. Like oh.
Well, they were content making Jimmy beat him, and it almost paid off for him.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
They're loading up in the box. All the team from here on out. This is what we're gonna get. They're loading up 8 in the box with Jimmy at quarterback. This is what we're gonna get. He's gonna have to beat him with his arm.
But there's ways to combat that, and we're not doing.
It wasn't him. Just him fucking off. You know what I mean? As a whole, the offense played like shit. You know what I mean?
But I'm just saying that's going to be their strategy here on out. They're going to load the box. Kansas City did in the Super Bowl against us. Right. They loaded the box, took away the run second half, threw it on Jimmy, and Jimmy couldn't get it done in the Super Bowl. Hopefully this time around he can. Hopefully he can.
Well, I think this time it's going to be a little bit different because for some reason this defense is showing me a little something more than the 2019 defense. And that was a monster fucking defense. But, dude, last three games, 15 sacks and 77 pressures.
I got to say, I think the difference is Armstead, interior. He's getting that pressure from the front where you're getting it from Bosa on the outside, Arden Key on the outside. But now you're getting the pressure from DJ Jones occasionally. DJ Jones, and Armstead is being fucking efficient inside.
That was the same thing that we did in 2019. He was definitely playing inside next to Defoe. That's why you couldn't stop him. You know what I mean? You're going to go ahead and double Defoe, but then it leaves him out. You know what I mean? That leaves him by himself. You know what I'm saying? So he's just going to plow through, the center or the guard or whoever he gets. Then you already, people, you got your tackles out there going crazy because they need help because you got Ford and Bosa swinging in from the corners in like a split second. So that's why we always had those, and we had a lot of those. I mean, that year he had 10, and Defoe had like 7.5. That's 17.5 sacks from your interior lineman. That's insane. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
D'Amico Ryans needs to get more credit. But dude, I love the way he calls game, but situationally, he's done some questionable shit. That Cowboy game when he had nobody on the sidelines, that almost cost us the game.
Gambling. I think he's gambling on something. You know what I mean?
Well, you can't gamble on that.
Nah, but he did that shit against Green Bay too, where he let Devontae go off on him, like Womack was saying on that last drive.
Right. But that shit
hopefully he's learning because it's playoff time now. So
yeah,
you just gotta learn to take out their best player, and that's what I think they did. Because we've been calling Luke. You got double Devontae. They double his ass throughout that whole game. You know what I mean? That's what I said. Make them other scrubs fucking beat you. I'll let fucking Lizard, whatever the fuck his goddamn name is.
Johnson actually did a pretty good game too, man. You got to give him his props.
I do.
Yeah.
He's been playing good actually the last few weeks. He's had a couple penalties, but overall he's been pretty damn solid.
Yeah, he stepped up his game. So I mean, I got to give him his definitely give him his due.
But that front seven masks a lot as well.
Yeah,
they take care of him.
Yeah. And another thing is though too, I think after that fucking first drive, like they ain't do shit. I think the second half they had like 60 yards total. Fucking like they ain't fucking.
It's because I think we're the only team definitely the last team in the playoffs that can only rush 4 and get as much pressure as we do. Meaning we could drop back 7 every time. So that's helping out. We could get safety help. We can do whatever the fuck we want back there.
Yep.
So that gives us a luxury to help out the struggling secondary.
And we knew that too.
And we got some guys back. We got Mosley and we got Shark back. So that's going to help. K'Wan Williams has been nice.
Yeah,
and he wasn't there. He wasn't there week 18 versus the Rams. He'll be there this weekend. So,
what about Fred Warner? Well, Fred Warner playing out of his mind. You know what I mean, in that damn game.
Oh,
that was a nice fumble strip.
You want to talk about?
That was good. That was smart. That he just didn't, fall on top of it. He picked it up, scored a touchdown, because the way how we were, our offense was, going, it would have been just a field goal.
He pulled the guy to the side. You know what I mean? He fucking yelled at him, which is what they needed. You know what I mean? He was like, "Hey, what the hell? You guys forget what we're doing here?" Mm-hmm. And you know what? I think sometimes, like in that game, I think if Jimmy would have went off on cats, that would have sparked some shit up out of them, and they would have woke up too. Because, every once in a while, even if you're one of those coolest cats in the world and you don't let nothing faze you and you want your teammates to see that and that keeps them cool, sometimes you got to let that venom out. You know what I mean? And you're like, hey, I know I'm a cool motherfucker, but I'm still a dog. And y'all motherfuckers need to play like that too. Because from the top to bottom, they all had their moments for fucking up. Tight ends, wide receivers, running back, Jimmy, O-line.
I'd have slapped Compton in the fucking head and Brunskill like Arians fucking did. Like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you?
The first time I give this guy his props, and he turns right back into the turnstile.
He reverted. Yeah, so I was like,
we jinxed him. We jinxed him. We just everybody on last week said, or 2 weeks ago said, he's doing better than McGlinchey, and then
I mean, he still is. Even with that game, he's still doing better than. I still take him over McGlinchey. Even with that,
he doesn't get as many penalties as McGlinchey. McGlinchey had hella more penalties. It feels like.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
His pass block is way better.
Yeah, he definitely. Well, let's just hope that was just an aberration, and he holds the shit that he's supposed to do. Because they're gonna get healthy. They're gonna play the Rams, and you know how we do Earl Donald. You know what I'm saying? With those two guys, they just him and Brunskill just.
At least Brunskill
got to worry about Aaron Donald. You know what I'm saying? And so we'll see what happens. Weddle's looking like he's playing like he used to. You know what I mean? That's a motherfucking thing I think you need to worry about. Weddle.
Yeah. Hold on.
Him with
this guy has Jimmy as his fucking avatar. Got Jimmy Choney's on too. Fucking
so Weddle with Ramsey is kind of something that you got to keep your eye on, and let's hope Jimmy, you know what I'm saying, doesn't do, it'd be nice to not have to worry about his pick a game, you know what I mean, in this game.
But Jimmy does play good against the Rams. That's one thing I will say.
That's what I'm saying.
He does play fairly good against the Rams. I think that has something to do with the run game being pretty good against the Rams. They go hand in hand. When the run game is struggling, Jimmy's going to struggle. So hopefully we can establish that run game early. Get Debo, get them all. I want to see more running backs touch the ball. I love Elijah, but I give him some breathers. Give other guys like Trey Sermon, Jeff Wilson. Hopefully Wilson could be healthy. Hasty even Hasty. Yeah. Get him not too many, but give the guys combined for the 3 running backs. They give him 7 touches, and take 2 or 3 away from Debo because you see he's starting to get ran down. He's getting hurt.
Yeah.
They're hitting him hard. Yeah, they're going after his legs for sure. Fuck. We do need that burst out of the backfield that he provides. I like Mitchell, but you can see sometimes when he's through the hole, he kind of hesitates or he overthinks it a little much. That was the one thing about Mostert that I love.
4th and 1, yeah.
Mostert had more burst than definitely.
Exactly, and that's why they got Debo back there because he's the only other person on the team that got the excel that's near Mostert. You know what I mean? But Mostert, that was one of the things that was good about him is that once he committed, he didn't think about anything else. You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, I'm gonna take this lane and become what may. You know what I'm saying? And normally he made the right choice and was just gone with that acceleration. Now I think Elijah does have that ability to do that. He just needs to fuck around and not second guess himself once through that hole. He needs to just
he has good quickness, good speed, but Mostert has that extra gear that nobody on the roster has,
other than Debo. And that's why you see.
Well, Mostert got even more than Debo, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
No, yeah, but that's the only person that's even close.
Comparable, yeah.
You know what I mean? Exactly. So I think Elijah can, but he's also needs to work on his vision. You know what I mean? And as a rookie, he ain't gonna see it like that fast. You know what I mean? Even though he's fucking surprised the hell out of us, damn near with almost 1,000 yards in 11 games. You know what I mean? He's got it, bro. He can do it, but he needs to not think about it. Just boom, because every time he busts a big run. Mostert did, you've seen what happened, not only just because of the speed, but once he committed, that was it. He didn't, let me go get sideways now. You know what I mean? Nah, I'm gone. You know what I mean? All his runs was like gallop, gallop, gallop to the end zone. You know what I mean? So we need some more of that, and I'm totally with giving it around to see who's going to do that. I do agree that you should take a little bit of carries away from Debo, but if you ain't got Mostert to do that, he's the only one that can kind of do that. You know what I mean? And that's I think why we just with the spark.
I just want to see what's up with Trey Sermon.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think he's he's not bigger, but he's a little bit more bulkier back. He's more built for short yardage and running people over. So I'm just confused. Is he just in Shanny's doghouse? Like, he had one fumble early on, but I mean, Elijah fumbled. I mean, it ain't like he ain't fumbled.
Yeah, no. I think what it is with Shanny is if he's not pleased enough with your development, like what they did with Ambry this year, they weren't pleased with that dude, and it was just like that. You know what I mean? You ain't dressing because you ain't playing because we don't think you're ready. Anywhere near ready. And when they broke him out, he still kind of wasn't ready. But it took him like 2-3 games to acclimate. And now look at the kid could do some things. You know what I mean? He's playing like a starting cornerback, and he's a rookie. You know what I mean? So I think it's a development process. And maybe they saw something to Trey that they didn't like at all and said, nah, you need to get your shit back together. Maybe, how Shani is. If you're his guy, you're going to get a shot before anybody else. And that's why Jeff came back and got his shot. And then, look, he got injured again. So that's why he's not up.
I guess I'm just kind of concerned with the amount of carries that not only Debo, but Elijah's getting.
Right.
When I feel like we have a pretty good stable of backs, we could be getting some of these other guys a couple more touches at least. Hasty can get 2 or 3 a game at least. And you can do different kind of things with Hasty. You can do more draws and a little swing routes out of the backfield. So...
I mean, it's not like Kittle and BA can't do the same thing. You know what I mean? Get them involved.
Yeah, I would love to see BA get more Ayuk to get more of the reverse yards. Yeah. Send him on the reverses too, as well as Debo.
Good. I think he's plus yardage on pretty much most of his carries. So yeah, let's get him involved. Georgie can tote the rock. You know what I mean? I mean, why not? And it's not like in this game too. Let's be clear. In this game that just passed, it was like 0, and then they were like, with the wind chill, it's like playing in -10. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? These guys were going through it, and they were hitting each other hard as hell. You know what I mean? So that's another thing with this last game. I'll give Jimmy a little bit of a pass on. You know what I mean? Because I can't imagine how fucking bad that shoulder, how stiff it must have felt in that cold ass weather, especially his thumb.
I didn't think he was going to make it out of that game. I called last week on the show. I thought that we would see Trey because of the cold weather was going to aggravate it, but he did tough it out. So I do give him props. Toughness. You called it. You said his toughness a couple, like a month back, I think.
He's got it, bro. I mean, the guy used to play linebacker, so he's tough. He's going to take the hits. It's just, that's just an extra element right there that you think about when it comes to him. I just think with this cold weather shit out of the way now, we're going to be back over here. It's not like it's, super sunny here, but it's, SoFi it might be.
I think it's got to be 70 degrees, they said.
So, yeah, major difference, bro. The mobility issues ain't going to be there with the injury. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So we might see something different, might see an elevated play from everybody. And hopefully we do.
Most definitely.
And then
especially Kittle. I mean, we're all still think waiting for Kittle to have a huge game, be a big time factor. I mean, I think this is the game for him to that he could definitely have a huge part against the Rams. So.
Yeah, that's no doubt.
I think this is the game that he breaks out for sure. You know what I'm
saying? What do you think, Leo, was the best game of the weekend? We asked the 3 of us already, but you weren't on yet.
Oh yeah, it's gonna come down to that Bills KC game. That shit was fucking wild.
You think that was better than the Niners?
Shit. I mean, it did. I mean, I think that. I mean.
So you're more the offensive minded.
It was the way I was going back and forth. I mean, I didn't think was saying Mahomes was gonna would do it with 13 seconds. I didn't think that it was possible. Shit. Also for us, I mean, I didn't think it was possible until that blocked field goal. But that shit. I mean, it was.
I like the old school. I liked our game a little bit better because to me, some of it was great offense in the Chiefs game, but a lot of it was bad defense, poor defense. Yeah. I mean, dude fell down on the Gabriel Davis play on the Chiefs, and the Bills on that coverage on Tyreek Hill at the end of with the 13 seconds left, they just give up a fucking 50-yard pass down the field. Like, come on.
Yeah. What the hell's the matter with you? That's real.
And then even at the end of the game, in overtime, they just got chewed up hella fast.
Yeah.
It's like where's your defense?
It was still even the Titans game. That shit. I don't know if you guys. The Cincinnati game.
I've seen them all. I've seen everything.
All these games were hella good. But I would say, the best one. Well, even though I would say the Niners game was fucking epic. We were fucking going crazy right after it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god!
But you're not in the minor. I think I'm in the minority. Because everybody's saying that the Chiefs and Bills game was the best.
I think that would go. Just those last seconds heroics of both teams. For a second you thought Bills had it. For a second you thought KC had it. You know what I'm saying? For us, it was a little bit different. Yeah, it was more defensive and special teams. We didn't score. The offense didn't score not a single fucking touchdown. We didn't. What were we? -7 in the first half or something like that? 20 yards.
We weren't doing shit. But
we weren't doing shit. But
I think what you're trying to say is ours was a little more anticlimactic than that game was.
Yes and no, because that block punt.
That game went down to the last seconds completely, and ours definitely is a thing. But the field goal at the last second, I think, is going to get trumped by the touchdown at the last second every time, bro. That's just what I think.
That's true.
So don't get me wrong.
He's back.
I like that game more. I liked our game more because it was us. And we beat the fucking Cheesehead.
Yeah. Yes.
And ours was a bigger upset because nobody picked us. Not even
exactly.
Except for us.
Progressive in the house. State Farm can kiss my ass. So basically, that's how I saw it. But I could see why everybody else says, the AFC, the Chiefs Bills was more because everybody want to see a touchdown, nobody really want to see a field goal.
So
the second winner.
I'm gonna interrupt you while we're on this Bills game anyway. I want to get to this OT rules change because everybody's up in arms about it. Let's get your take on it, Cello. What do you? Because I got a strong take.
My opinion is the same opinion that Josh Allen himself had, which was no, I don't think that matters because if we would have done the same thing, if the shoe would have been on the other foot, we would have been the ones celebrating too. You know what I mean? So he gave a fuck. You know what I mean?
I'm with you. I don't mind the rules the way they are. I don't want to see college where it's 65-60. I don't need to see. These guys are going to get tired. People are going to get hurt when you start doing that overtime shit and you rotating. He scores, they score, back and forth.
You want the ball back? Get the ball back. You want to stop someone? Stop.
I like the current. I like the current where if you kick the field goal, they have a chance to score and win it. But if you can't stop them, then
I was cool with the sudden death shit. Like whoever scored first, that was it.
This is much better than that.
I like this better than that.
Yeah, I understand what you mean, Miguel. But you know what I'm saying, that one was kind of it was kind of lackluster because then motherfucking kickoff, you get one bomb, field goal, it's done. You know what I mean?
Stop that shit. Stop it.
Still, that didn't really good. This one seems a little. You're at least giving him. It's like if I go to Vegas, you know what I mean, and I jump on the table and motherfucker get me on the crap table or excuse me on the card table, and I'm heated. At least give me a chance to win my money back. You know what I mean? All right, cool. Here you go. You know what I mean? That right there is basically how I look at these rules now. Give me a chance to get my money back. You know what I mean? You don't.
Oh no.
You get that field goal.
No.
Field goal, and then
that's different. Now you gambling with the dice, so that's different. You don't know how that fucking shit's swinging with the defense.
I was on fire this weekend, by the way.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. In the next hand, I ain't gonna ask for let me get my fucking money back again. You know what I'm saying? Because he scored the touchdown. You feel me? But if I break even with him on the next hand, then I get a third round with this guy, and that's the field goal. Think about it. You know what I mean?
But you got no control over the dice. You got control over if you stopping the motherfucker or not, because you can stop his ass.
The main gripe of these people is it comes down to a coin toss. But that's what I'm saying. What do you want to do? You want to see him shoot it out all fucking night, and then players are gonna start getting hurt in OT?
Let me get my chance to win my money back, and if I don't get it, then done deal. You know what I mean?
It's cool. I still don't mind it. Like, it's,
I could see maybe if they went to one possession each, like guaranteed. But then,
that I guess would be the fairest way to do it.
Or the 10 minutes, just play 10 minutes like soccer. You play the 10 minutes. Like a regular quarter, kind of.
Nah, but like you said, that's when motherfuckers start getting hurt.
We're playing football now. Football.
But it damn near most of the time it goes to that 10 minutes on them overtimes anyway.
Sometimes.
If you're gonna do it that way, if you want to be super fair, everybody gets the shot to score, and if you don't score, then that's the end of the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But good with the way this shit works out anyway.
But in the playoffs, it's not like you get tied in the playoffs though. Like you gotta play until someone fucking does that shit.
Won,
you know what I'm saying? Like
this is gonna keep going.
Well, that's what they're saying. The options are to go the college way, or
leave it alone,
or straight 10 minutes.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
Straight 10 minutes.
So you know,
I say it's perfect. I say it's fine the way it is. I don't think it's perfect,
they fucking
but it's already been there. We've already been there. We've already done this for so many teams have already got eliminated by this. Why change it now just because the Bills got put out? Like, that's what I don't get. The uproar over everybody's just on Josh Allen dick right now, straight up. I don't know why.
I mean, they lost.
And from what it sounded like to me, that's why they were all pissed when it was over. It was like, yo, let's bitch about something. Fuck all that.
I mean, they lost. Like, fuck. What you gonna do? You give them a touchdown.
Leo, what's your take? You're sticking with the way it is?
Yeah, I'm good with that. Like, what's his name? Josh Allen said exactly. He said if it had been the other way around, we would have been celebrating. So what's up? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just, now with social media, everybody's fucking crying about everything. That's what
everyone's on their feelings.
Well, I think a lot of it too is everybody was going for the Bills. That's what it is.
I mean,
everybody hates the Chiefs right now.
Everybody wants their participation medal. That's what they.
That's what it
is.
Because
because they're going on their third,
on to the next round.
Let's championships in a row.
Right.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. Another question on this game: what quarterback you taking, Mahomes or Allen? We talked about this on last week, I think.
I mean, I'm still taking Mahomes because he's done it for longer.
I said Mahomes too.
Take Mahomes. Yeah. I mean, Josh Allen is.
But everybody on our Instagram, we put a poll out there. I think it was 75% Josh Allen.
I would say the reason is because our
they tried to see him Mahomes. Flavor of the month shit.
We lost him in the Super Bowl. That's what it comes down to. You know what I'm saying? But I think this is going to be probably pretty much the next Peyton Manning, Tom Brady matchup for a couple of years in the AFC. I mean, how it's going to be.
I don't know because you got Burrow and Herbert. You got the young dogs there too.
And then as I was saying, you could throw in Herbert, Burrow, and even Lamar Jackson. I'm saying if he comes back healthy, and
Lamar,
I think he's still. I mean, he's still got shit. Yeah, I mean, he can still do it.
He can't throw.
Think about this shit though. I think besides his rookie year, fucking Mahomes has been to 4 straight fucking championships.
AFC games, yeah.
Exactly. Like, think about that shit.
And the shit he was doing on Sunday, I ain't never seen nobody do. I mean, I'm not even gonna front. Them sidearm throws.
I mean, you can't. Yeah, I mean, that motherfucker.
13 seconds on the clock, and this dude scores a fucking touchdown?
Yeah.
Or did they get a touchdown or field goal?
Field goal.
I mean, I don't even bust in 13 seconds. This motherfucker scores a touchdown in 13 seconds. Like, what
you can't
the
bust in 13 seconds. What?
Hell no. I said I don't even bust in 13 seconds.
What the fuck is
TMI.
Man, we got kicked in my head.
Skip.
Yeah.
Shoot. I can't bust one in fucking 13 seconds. This guy's throwing touchdowns in 13 seconds. What the hell?
We're done with my hometown. Next fucking question.
Next question. Let's go TO on him. Next question. Now, but so we're all in agreement. We would all take Mahomes if we had the chance right now. If you could draft either of these two.
For sure. Allen ain't went to 4 straight
I just found it interesting that like a lot of people and a couple of my folks was talking about they would take Allen.
But why?
Well, they say this is my boy Dre. I was talking to him about it. He was saying he thinks that Mahomes has a better situation, which I said is partially true, but they got Tyreek Hill, they got Andy Reid, they got Travis Kelce. But on the flip side, Allen got Dawson Knox, who's been playing pretty damn good at tight end, Stephon Diggs, Sanders, Gabriel Davis, Cole Beasley, Emmanuel Sanders, and their coach ain't bad. Their coach, their OC is calling plays that are good for him. They're letting him get out there and wing it. So they're kind of in a groove over there with offensively. So I mean, if I have my choice, yes, I'm taking Andy Reid over the other cat. But you have to look at this. Andy Reid never won shit until he had Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
He made it and he lost. He made it to the championship game several times with the Eagles, but they lost them all. He had McNabb. Once he got Mahomes just took him to another level. He took his offense to another level. You never seen Andy Reid's offense as explosive as it was.
Yeah. And he got the most gimmicky ass shit. I mean, I know we run some gimmick shit, but that motherfucker's whole offense is a fucking gimmick. Like,
you most money with the Eagles when he had McNabb and T.O. and shit. But I mean, yeah, this offense is much more explosive and much more dynamic too.
Yeah, I agree.
So, clean sweep from
I'll take Mahomes over fucking McNabb though. McNabb's a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not even McNabb was pretty.
And McNabb had what's it called?
Owens.
Owens and what's the running back?
Westbrook.
Was him?
Brian Westbrook, wasn't it?
Deuce and Brian, right? And McAllister was there too. He was there too.
Oh, yeah.
Deuce.
Yeah, And he have
Westbrook.
Shady? Did he
Westbrook
have Shady too?
Later on.
Later.
That was later. Yeah. Okay.
But that Super Bowl team had wasn't it Brian Westbrook at running back, Owens.
And the Eagles
Freddie
had
Mitchell?
and the Eagles had a way better defense than the fucking
Eagles
Chiefs
defense
do.
was nasty.
And
that 2000s, early 2000s.
Yeah, way better.
Dawkins,
Sean,
I used to
Brian
use Madden.
Dawkins.
They were pretty cheap. Dawkins and who was the other one?
fucking
They had
Hugh
a sick
Douglas.
corner,
They had
too.
fucking other motherfuckers too.
Yeah, the big ass dude Douglas. Didn't T.O. bank on him or something? Yeah.
And them socked them up real quick.
Oh, Hugh Douglas. Yeah, T.O. whooped him. Gave him a 2-piece. I heard.
I'm thinking T.O. soft. He might look soft, but he.
Now T.O. is about that shit. That was funny as fuck too. When the Cowboys slammed him, he just got right back up, put that ball right there again, and stood on the star again. After George T hit him.
He was saying, well, what was funny though, why you say the George T fucking went out there and hit him. I guess on a play before, I think it was like a touchdown before. He like pretty much punked on George T and like fucking blocked him and like threw him on the ground and shit like that. So he was like, yeah. So by the time I went on that star, who was the first one down? There was George T because they already done smacked his ass and already blocked the shit out of him. And
that was Kirby, right?
Huh?
You don't remember like after he hit T.O., somebody came off the bench to hit Teague?
It was Derek Deese.
Deese that came off the bench?
Yeah.
That was sick. I was hoping Debo was gonna do that shit
I thought he
against the
was.
Cowboys. That would have been fucking nice.
Imagine. That should have been cold.
So let's see what else we got here. Oh, let's talk about Aaron Rodgers' legacy. That's another thing stemming from our defeat of him.
I told you he's gonna get killed on fucking Monday. He was getting killed. He's still getting killed.
Okay, but
today.
what's your opinion on him?
My opinion on him is
this on him or is this on the team or was it because McCarthy's gone and he's still having? But we are a better team. I will say. I think we're so underrated.
Yeah. I mean, it's just funny that, well, just not to stray too far from it, but I just think it's funny how everyone talked about, even these last 2 weeks, like, oh, yeah, the Cowboys just lost, and, oh, yeah, Packers just lost, but no one talking about how we just fucking put it to these motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's always
like,
we're the
you know what I'm
underdogs.
saying?
They're playing bad games.
Yeah, they bad games, yeah.
The focus is all on how they lost.
On how they lost, not what the fuck we did.
That's the reason why we created GDB.
They only scored 6.
I will say this: there is more merit to that with this game because we had the block punt and the block field goal, whereas with Dallas we pretty much controlled the whole game.
Yeah, but that second half they didn't do shit. This second half, I mean, like I said, but for that scoring drive, they didn't do nothing.
That first drive, I mean,
that was it. It was.
But Green Bay was in control for most of the game. Is my point. Whereas with the Cowboys, we handled them fools pretty much 3.5 quarters, and then we almost blew it. But they're acting like the Cowboys blew it. Whereas with Green Bay pretty much had the lead the whole game until the last second. So that's my point.
To be honest, in both games should be on the defense because the defense, no matter what, did what they had to do in both those games. Even though they came back and did what in Dallas, they had the late push. You know what I mean? It's still.
But they didn't even talk about our defense, like how we put it on.
We didn't get no respect in that Dallas. But you don't. They talk about Dallas all off season, mid season, regular season, postseason. That's just how the media is.
We heard say anything about our defense after that Cowboys game was a Cowboy himself, which is Michael Irvin. You know what I'm saying? He told Stephen A, you got to give. If Stephen A was chopping up Aaron Rodgers and how
Stephen A was killing on the Cowboys. But to get back to Rodgers shit. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Not getting us back to Rodgers defense or our defense. They were giving props and Irvin stepped up and was like, "Yo, don't forget about that defense. They got a good defense."
Yeah, we were real good. Yeah, probably the best one in the rest of the playoffs. I mean,
we're number 3. I know we're number 3. Period.
I think so. I think we're better than the Rams. The Rams got all the superstars, right? They got fucking Donald and fucking Ramsey and like
Von Miller.
You know what I mean? Von Miller. Like
they got Weddle to unretire. You know what I'm saying? That's how scared they are.
Is Whitworth going to play?
That's still questionable.
Whitworth, their best tackle.
I think he's supposed to, but still like, he old as shit. It don't matter.
He's like 42. I didn't even know. He's like,
he's old. Yeah, he's oldest
player. Yeah, right before Brady.
But he's still effective.
But as far as like Rodgers shit, I think it took. I'm not gonna lie. I think it took a little bit of a hit because everyone expected him to win. Everyone expected him to come out, and this is probably the best shot he would have had at a Super Bowl, right, with his fucking team.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and so, but I don't think it's that big of a hit because, like you were saying too, Nib, like fucking, this dude, like besides Devontae, right, and maybe the two-headed, maybe in the couple of them running backs, like I mean, what the fuck they got?
It looks like their offense slowed down once AJ Dillon got hurt. And he got out, and that kind of
that did hurt him.
That kind of fucked up their little, their offense group. But after that, it was the defense.
And when the snow started falling too.
And I mean the last play. I mean right before we got the ball for the field goal, for that Green Bay third down, he decided to go for Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams was double teamed under I think Lazard was open.
He went underneath.
He had two receivers open.
He might have scored. He might have scored on that too if he would have hit him. He might have.
I mean, that just showed you how much our D line was just disrupting.
You saw it,
Rodgers. And I think it was when it comes down to Rodgers. What I saw was he didn't trust his other receivers. You saw when he threw that pass to Mercedes.
I wouldn't either. Alan Lazard and who the fuck else?
That's why I said let the mother scrubs beat you. Like I'm letting all these motherfuckers. He got
bumbled, and I think that's what it was. He's like, you know what? I don't trust these dudes right now. I'm gonna just. And double coverage.
And Mercedes Lewis, after that fumble, he didn't throw that motherfucker the ball up.
Old as fuck. He's like an old ass fucking 1980s fucking.
Yeah, I remember him from like 2000.
And you can't really say. And two, Rodgers, what the fuck was he like 21 to 29 for like 200 some fucking yards? Like he
put him in position. That field goal got blocked. That ain't on him.
Yeah, that ain't on him.
And then the punt got blocked. Yeah, and then on the last play on our field goal, they only had 10 men on the field. So I would say that's their special team.
Yeah, that's the special teams.
And
that's what I was talking to somebody about yesterday.
Yeah, it's not like he had a horrible game. Like he had a pretty decent game for him. I mean, he didn't score no touchdowns or nothing, but he was still like 20. He only missed like 8 passes. Threw for like probably I think over 250 or right around 250 or something. Like that's not like a horrible game for a quarterback.
It's just like I know we were shitting on our special teams for the longest, but today in the morning I was listening to 95.7, and they're like other teams are like, oh, you think the Niners got a shitty ass special teams? Green Bay got the even shittier special teams. I was like, what? So
I didn't realize that either.
Green Bay was like, hold my beer.
Yeah,
we fucking.
That's just a lot, dude. 31st in the league on special teams. They're the bottom of the barrel.
And we like what 29th, 28th,
17th, something like that.
Ours really? Oh, fuck! It didn't seem like it. Not only do we had 2 blocks, but we had a fucking kick return for like almost 40 yards. When the fucking
2 fake punts on us,
and it was fucking Debo.
No, 2 fake punts.
No, I'm talking about the Packer game. Now we had 2 blocks. We had a fucking like a 45 yard fucking return from fucking Debo.
That's what was pissing me off about Jimmy in the the offense in general in the first half. We got the ball in the 40 like 3 times, and we got no points to show out of it.
Yeah. I think we turned one.
That drive. Well, I think that was on the kickoff, but that's what I'm saying. Like we went down there, it was like first and goal from like the 9 or something, and we fucking Elijah Mitchell had that fucking face mask that knocked you back, and I think we had a false start that fucking knocked us back like 20 yards fucking before that.
But we were getting but that was just one drive, but we were getting the ball in the 40, 50. We had it like 4 or 5 times in the first half. We didn't really do shit with it.
Fucking up, either drop passes or Jimmy with the pick. You know what I mean? Because that pick was in damn near the end zone.
And we were about to get a field goal out of that drive.
We would have got something out of it.
A touchdown, I was hoping. Yeah.
But, you know,
that was third down, though. Oh, I think that was the a hold. I think that drive was a hold call. You know what I mean? So you can't really put.
I think you're coming the next drive.
You can't put that on Jimmy. What the fuck you mean? That was a terrible pass.
Yeah, but that was a hold call, dude. Like he was right down at the fucking whatever. Like he didn't have to make that play if there was no fucking hold.
I don't think he got a hold of that. He threw that on his own.
Yeah, but that was because it was like a third. That was like a third and fucking like.
Yeah, I know, but all you had to do, he should have just threw that away. Why are you gonna?
There's no reason.
I know what you're saying, but we got out of position anyway because Trent Williams had that fucking hold.
And I know what you're saying, but my point is, there's no reason to throw that pick under any circumstances.
Yeah, really. Yeah, regardless of the hold or not, that shouldn't have been a thrown ball. It was the same thing with the Texans.
But what I'm saying, but when you inside the 5 or inside the 10, this should knock you back to damn near the fucking 20. That shit.
But that happens all the time, B. Like, what are you talking about? That shit happens to every team.
Yeah, but that's how you don't score touchdowns. That's why you. But
then you throw that pick. That's what compounded the holding call.
Oh yeah, well I mean yeah for sure. But without that holding call, that was just fuck, we would have been over.
But you can't put it on the holding call because all the teams.
But
he
wouldn't have made that throw if there was no holding call. He did something else.
He shouldn't have made that throw regardless of the holding call. That's the point, Womack.
But we were down. But we were down though. That's what I'm saying. We was down 7-0. He's gonna try and fucking score. And plus, the dude got fucking bum ass fucking throwing shoulder now on top of a fucked up thumb. Like, what you?
More reason not to throw it. You're proving our point for us.
It was like
on the weather. You know what I mean? And so I feel you on that. But on the real, that's the type of shit that pisses us off about him when he does that shit. And I feel that you love him because he does try to keep back.
I love him.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying earlier. I'm in a love relationship with that guy.
Yeah, it's like one of those it's like
put respect on Jimmy's name.
It's like Jimmy's like, oh, let me try to do something right. Let me try to do something right here. Let me see. But nah, that shit was stupid. Don't do that. Throw that shit away. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what comes down to Jimmy. Is like I think he tries a little bit too hard because he thinks he can pull that move and not. But sometimes he'll be like, nah, but chill, relax.
He don't got arms. He don't got no arms.
Just throw that shit away. Just throw that shit away. But. That's what it comes down to, Jim.
But not with no fucking torn ligaments and chipped bone. I mean, y'all couldn't even fucking.
He does that shit.
Y'all couldn't even.
But he does that when he's healthy, though. That's my argument.
He's healthy.
More of a reason not to make that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And you're in the cold, bro, and it's gonna affect you.
But when you playing for the season, you can't not make that throw. Like,
what are you talking about? You cannot not make that throw.
You can't not make plays. Like, what you mean? Sometimes you got.
You don't make plays with other team, though, asshole.
He got 3 out of that.
But you trying to make plays.
Do we have to go back to your text on Sunday after you threw that pick? Because that's a way different tone than you got right now.
What? No, what I said was stupid. It was still a stupid play. I'm not even.
You said something else. But
I
won't say what you called him.
Look, Titan. He did it at the Titans when the Kittle was covered. He did it in this game when Kittle was covered.
I think that's. Yeah, now that I trip out, he does those stupid ass passes when he's
Kittle wasn't really covered. What it was is he just threw it too late.
He be doing them to Debo too.
Kittle was open, but he was too late.
More to Kittle now
throwing it.
I think about it. I think he tries to be like, I think Kittle could catch this. Nah, blood, chill. Throw that shit up.
Well, he just didn't put enough on it because Kittle was open, but he just threw it too late and pushed all the shit that
4 seconds late.
Dude, that shit was a weak ass though. He can't. I don't even know how you're defending this. You weren't defending that shit on Sunday.
I'm still not defending it. I'm just telling you, like he was open, but he threw it. Okay. He threw it too.
Anyway, Rodgers. What is Rodgers a all-time GOAT?
I still think he is for what he's been.
Because he's lost a lot of playoff games.
But definitely an all-time great. For sure.
Someone was saying this shit too. They were like, "Well, Peyton Manning fucking had only one Super Bowl, and he was like fucking under 500 in the playoffs before he got that second one with Denver. So, and he's only 38.
And he didn't even do that shit.
Yeah. So that was all there's still. I mean, there is still time for him to make that shit up and maybe grab a ring, maybe 2. But we'll take him. Let's go get him next year. We'll be good.
They're in love with Peyton because Peyton called his home plays and he would read all that shit.
His Oklahoma bullshit.
Upside down face.
They love all that shit. But, let's be honest.
Omicron.
Got that.
Omicron.
You know what I mean? It's right. So that's why he gets that love. I think Aaron just has all the talent in the damn world. He just, he thought he had the team.
But look what he's been working with, like, with his whole career.
I mean,
motherfucker hadn't been doing, had nothing. Like, no O-line, no receivers. Like,
but that's on the team, though.
Exactly. So, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you didn't get this dude nothing to work with. Like, you know what I mean?
I was arguing with some dude at the sports store today, and he was saying, like, I forget what he was saying, but my point was, what would happen if you put Brady? Oh, he was on Brady's dick, of course. He was like, Brady got 7, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what would happen if you put Aaron Rodgers with Bill Belichick? Are you telling me he wouldn't win 7 or 9 or 10? If you switch out Brady for Rodgers, I think they probably win 9.
I don't think that's even an argument.
I think if what's his name? I don't know.
Maybe, but Brady didn't have shit to throw to either, though. So.
I mean, if you think about it too, it's like
besides Moss.
Before Rodgers, they had Favre. I mean, between Favre and Rodgers, they only won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, they wasted those 2 quarterbacks.
And then another thing about it too that I even tripped, the NFC North is a shitty ass division. Bears, Minnesota's cool. They
Lions.
The Lions, and then who's the other trash ass?
That's
team?
That's them.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it just comes down that they had the quarterback. It just comes down to the coaching in the front office, and then it's been known that Green Bay doesn't like to spend a lot of money on free agency. They like to draft. They like to do that homegrown talent. So it comes down really to the front office and the team and this shit. So
we got a comment here. Han DeLorean says Jimmy shouldn't throw the pick. Should have threw it away. In worst case, would have been kicking a field goal. Jimmy has good moments too, though, and those 4 drop passes wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
I have mixed feelings about Jimmy, as you can see.
Everybody does.
I don't really have too much. I called it on the pregame. I said I was confident in the team, but not really our quarterback. But
they all took their turns taking the shit. They all did. The whole offense did. So I mean, I really ain't gonna put all of it on Jimmy, but that pick definitely wasn't just ill-advised throw. I know he was trying to make something happen. You could see it because he flushed out of the pocket in that play, but he just should have just let it go. You know what I mean? Go run for the first down if you can get it. You know, if you can't, then
you're running for shit. Go fucking run and get 3 yards.
So
take the field goal.
Last question on this legacy of Rodgers thing. If you had your pick of Brady and Rodgers, knowing what you know now, you could draft them both at the prime of their prime of their careers. Which one would you take?
I'd take Rodgers because he's always been more mobile. He'll get you a first down with his leg more than Tommy would.
So you think he's a better all around quarterback than Brady, right?
Well, yeah. You know, he has better legs. You know, I mean, Brady's never been a mobile guy. He's mobile.
It's kind of hard though. I've seen Brady do some shit.
Yeah. He's the pocket passer, the prototype.
But I would argue that Brady gets a lot more calls than Rodgers ever got in his career.
I mean, if you give Rodgers the refs, I mean, fuck, he'd probably be the greatest ever.
I mean, are we talking about that health or are we talking about the quarterback? Because I'm talking about the quarterback. You know what I mean? I mean, like I said, yeah, Brady's great in the pocket. At the pocket, he ain't gonna get you a first down. Rodgers would. We've seen him bust them runs, and he ain't even the fastest guy in the world.
Yeah. I would take Rodgers as well. I've always said I thought Belichick was more the man behind the Wizard of Oz type shit, the wizard back there, the man behind the curtain. Now Brady's a great quarterback, but I think he's over. It's possible that he's a great quarterback and overhyped at the same time. People always think like, oh, how can it be overhyped? Well, when you look at his what he did with defensive wise, he had a top 10 defense every time he won that Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken, and that goes even with Tampa. Scoring defense, I should say, scoring defense. So they don't give up a lot of points. Mm-hmm. They may give up yards, but top 10 scoring defense every time. You could look that up. I'm pretty damn sure it's every year that Brady has won a Super Bowl. He's had a top 10 scoring defense. So he's had a lot more help than I think they had a list, and Rodgers only had once. He's had a top 10 scoring defense in playoffs, in all the playoff appearances they've had. Mm-hmm. And as Cello said, Rodgers can get out of the pocket. He's got a better arm. He's better on the deep balls. That being said, I have Brady. I would put Brady as my MVP this year. More yards, more touchdowns. They both got eliminated at the same time. First round, one and dones for both. I know that Rodgers had less picks, but Brady had a lot more yards. I think he had like 1,200 more yards or some shit like that. I want to say off the top of my head. Maybe it's a little less, maybe like 700. But he had a lot more yards and a few more TDs. So I think, and they didn't have that. They didn't have a strong. Oh, we got some more spam shit coming in here. Fuck out of here. But yeah, that's just my take. I would, if I had a vote, I would vote for Brady as MVP or Debo. It would be. I would actually consider Debo, but he's barked this team really crazy.
He's taken for the draft though.
Out of who? Brady and Rodgers?
Yeah,
I'm taking Rodgers. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking Rodgers. The only thing you could say is Brady won Super Bowls with 2 different teams. That's probably the only thing.
But this Buck teams was stacked, and it was a COVID ring too. It was kind of like that LeBron shit. There was no fans until the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
And it was a home game. That was the first fucking game they were allowed fans, right?
Won't make jinx that. Thanks to Won't make jinx. There's never been a playoff.
There hasn't.
Well, it could happen in this year too. Won't make jinx that.
Honda Loin says no shots or drinks on air. Still got to celebrate Sunday's victory. I don't drink, so that would be on these guys.
I was drinking on Sunday. I got no beer. Take a shot for me, Hondo.
I just smoked a hell of a fat ass joint. So I don't know what that is.
Shit, that's what I want. Fuck, but I can't. That's a no-go. Fuck shit. All right, so I mean, I don't know. I think it took a little bit of a hit, but I don't think, in my opinion, it wouldn't. It didn't take. It took a little bit of a hit, but you know.
What are we talking about? You taking a hit?
No, Rodgers' legacy. I think it took a little bit of a hit, but I don't think it's.
All right, so you taking Brady or Rodgers? You can draft him in the prime of the career.
I'm taking Rodgers. I want to see Rodgers with Moss. Man, that would have fucking probably happened. That would
have been fucking nasty.
Wow.
I think that would have been nastier than Brady and fucking Moss. Rodgers and Moss.
You think it's his fault?
Who?
Well, he doesn't have a better legacy.
It's Rodgers' fault.
Yeah, because
I mean, you could look to his win-loss in the playoffs. You could look to his probably one Super Bowl.
I mean his play. I mean his decision to stay at Green Bay. Because look what happened to Marino that did that. Look what happened to Barry Sanders when he did that.
Where's he gonna go? You got to trade for him. You got to trade for him.
Well, I think Sella's saying he could have demanded a trade earlier on in his career.
Yeah.
His fault for staying there and having his legacy even be questioned right now. Because even though he won a Super Bowl and he's done all this other shit, people are still doubting his legacy after this game.
Well, that's what pissed him off, and that's why he tried to come to us at the end of last year, because he seen what Brady did. Brady went to a stacked team offensively with a pretty solid defense and got a easy ring. I mean, you could argue that's probably the best receiving core ever.
We'll get him next year.
Godwin, AB, Gronk, Evans. I mean, shit, who's got a better receiving core than that? I can't think of any, I don't think.
Because they can all have a home run hitter right there. Every one of the names you just mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
With Fournette in the backfield?
I don't know. I'd probably take that fucking Rams greatest show on turf over the over the Bucks. Maybe.
I don't know.
Hakeem, fucking Isaac Bruce, and even Lemmy as Ricky Prohl.
Holt? They have Holt on our team?
Oh, Holt, yeah, Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce,
maybe, but they didn't have Gronk.
Nice, you know what I mean. The only one on that.
They didn't have nowhere near Gronk, and Gronk makes them clutch ass receptions too.
He's a load to bring down on top of that.
Yeah, but you couldn't cover none of them motherfuckers on one-on-one.
Well,
Titans had him covered until their secondary got hurt in that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They got all tore up. Blaine Bishop went out, then his backup went out. A couple other corners. Titans were handling them up until that point.
And Patriots handled them too, but let's be real. The Patriots was getting away with a lot of shit that fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah, like recording motherfuckers' practices.
And fucking hitting them for hella pass interferences, hitting their ass before the ball got there and shit. And that was already destined for them to fucking win.
I was arguing, of course, with some assholes. I still got Montana as my GOAT. I don't care about the rings. Yeah. Well, but a lot of people are like, well, Montana had Rice. And it's like, do you motherfuckers know football? Because he only had Rice. He didn't have Rice the first two rings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when Brady had Moss, did y'all take that L? Or is that my imagination?
That I think that's still, to me, I think that's still the greatest upset in of all time. Like, how you go 19-0 and then lose the only game that you're supposed to fucking win. The only game that only matters, and you fucking lose that one, and you went undefeated. Like, that's the biggest, blunder, I think.
And Brady has the ability to go for this many Super Bowls because they literally changed the fucking rules for him. You can't hit any quarterbacks low anymore. You know how many quarterbacks would have survived longer?
Yeah, and you know what's fucked up about that?
You can't even land on a fucking quarterback.
There's no Carson. There's no Carson rule. Where's the Carson rule? Carson Palmer rule.
Yeah, you got his knee shut the same exact way.
Yeah, same exact shit. They didn't say shit on that, and they happened to Brady. Can't hit him no more. What the fuck?
The first thing that you were arguing with Nip, I'd have just bring up, if you're going to bring shit up like that, then all right, fine. How about when you got traded to fucking KC and you didn't have a fucking thing in KC?
And they took him to the championship game, right?
I mean, they had Marcus Allen.
Right. Marcus Allen, what receivers though?
Marcus Allen was done at that. I mean, not done, but he was on the tail end of his career.
Yeah, but he was still pretty decent.
He was decent.
Receiver and an older Marcus Allen, but let's be honest. He fucking willed that team to the fucking AFC Championship 2 years in a row with nothing. So if you want to use that part of Brady makes people better around him, you can't say that Joe didn't.
And
that
plus,
didn't have shit.
And plus, Brady lost 2 Super Bowls before he won his 4th one. You know what I mean? Like, Like Montana won 4, and he threw no fucking picks. He had no turnovers, and you know what I mean.
That's exactly what I said. I said, what about 4? I said you compare Brady's first 4 with Montana's 4.
And his point differential, was fucking crazy, dude. It was like plus 76 over his fucking 4 Super Bowl wins. Brady was like what, like plus like 7 or 5 or some shit like that.
When people try to compare that shit after that, to me, it gets a little old because there were way different rules in our era.
Way different eras.
Way different. So if you want to go ahead and say he was the greatest
of this era,
his generation, fine. You get an argument from me with that. But you can't tell me that he was better than Joe in his generation because he probably wouldn't have made it.
He was in the steroid era, dog.
Imagine Joe Montana in this era with these fucking rules.
Oh my god.
Imagine Brady back in Joe's time with his rules.
Imagine Brady getting hit by Lawrence Taylor.
You see this dude crying in the game on Sunday because he got hit in the face? He's crying to the ref and fucking cussing him out. And
dude,
he was going to take that hit from Jim Burt better than Joe took it.
Dude, that you got to play. Who will go against you? Imagine Brady fucking getting hit by Singletary, fucking Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah, all the vegan diets in the world ain't going to save you from that shit.
Dude, like.
Get on that hype. I just,
Now, that's a great point. It should be eras. I agree.
2 different eras. He was the greatest of your generation. Fine.
Because how are you going to compare even Montana to a fucking Unitas?
Exactly.
I don't even fuck with Unitas. I think Unitas fucking.
But I'm just saying the comparison, the styles, the defenses, the offenses, the rules, way different.
To the 70s.
And the 70s, and they was dipping. Just look what fucking they was doing. Terry Bradshaw. That motherfucker was literally getting fucking DDT'd on his fucking head.
Bradshaw was a savage too.
Fucking Deacon Jones was fucking clubbing everyone on their fucking helmet and shit. Like it was. Damn, like 70s is nasty. Look at Jack Tatum. Fucking, I don't even like Raiders like that, but Jack Tatum was fucking.
That Raider defense was nasty.
You know what I'm saying? Every decade is a little different. So you go back, 10 years, and the will be when they finally Carson got fucked off. You know what I mean? Wow, they changed the rules. 10 years before that, motherfuckers were still kind of iffy with the hands. You know what I'm saying? When it came to back.
Dude, Rice is getting abused off the line, dude. Like, they was grabbing on this motherfucker, doing hella shit. Like, imagine Rice with the 5-yard fucking rule. Like, what? You're getting fucking smoked every play. You're done. Like,
oh, Rice would be a beast in this fucking era.
You know what I'm saying? When he used to get fucking DDT'd on his head, like you said. Then they get back to the fire in the 60s. Motherfuckers playing with broken fucking arms and legs. Why'd you play with it? I didn't know it happened. The doctor said I was fine. You know what I mean? It goes even farther back, dude. So,
that's true. Because most injuries now are fucking torn ACLs when nobody's even around you. Back then, you know what I'm saying? You get injuries because your fucking arm went this way and your fucking, it's different type of injuries now when it comes down to
it's NFL. Like a Theismann.
Yeah.
Shit. I think Alex.
But hold up. We ain't get Leo's take on this. He's the Brady guy. Let's hear your opinion on who you got out of Brady and Rodgers.
I would say it's a toss-up when it comes down.
See, you kind of try to duck that question.
Nah, I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. I'm not going to put my Jimmy G image and bounce. But I mean,
I have nothing to do with this, Leo.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take Brady just because the record.
Come on, I knew it. It's all good. At least he's consistent.
Yeah, he's consistent.
I'm gonna take my boy from the 650 Sarah High School.
650 hypes.
San Mateo County. You know what I'm saying? Stand up. I'm gonna take the Bay boy over Chico. Dude from Chico. That's butthurt. They didn't get drafted by the Niners. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. I mean, I'm butthurt. He didn't get drafted by the Niners.
But.
Yeah, I mean, that was a better quarterback coming out. It was just hella hating because of his release, like the way he's holding the ball.
No, because Mike McCarthy and Mike Nolan are the dickhead clown boys. That's fucking what it's all about.
Yeah, it was all bad anyways. Because what was it? I think when you have the first round pick and you have a new coach, that's just like straight disaster. Like that time, what I'm saying. Who had just left? I think Nolan. Yeah, that was the year we drafted Alex Smith. Nolan was his first year.
It was Erickson or Singletary.
Erickson
left. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was all bad. You know what I'm saying? It was about to be a doom. It was about to. It was.
They have nobody.
No matter what. I mean, if we did pick up Rodgers, shit, who knows?
But if we pick up Rodgers, we win two rings out of this whole time at least.
But it depends on the coach. You think Nolan's going to do that?
I think Nolan probably would have still got fired, but they would have slowed down Rodgers a little bit, but he'd still be an all-time great, in my opinion.
Who was our receivers back then? I mean, Vance McDonald.
Yo, your audio is kind of off a little, Cello.
Yeah. Yes.
You're gonna take your hand off the mic.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
No. I don't know who.
Not you.
Let Cello talk.
Basically, I agree to some of what you said because basically, if Alex can stick on that roster, for all the shit that he went through, you know what I'm saying, through all those coaches, good and damn well, Aaron, with more talent, would have stuck on that roster too until Harbaugh got there. And if Harbaugh would have got there, I don't know if we have Shanahan as a coach right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure with Harbaugh there managing, the defense the way he did, you know what I'm saying, and pumping up Aaron, trying to pump Aaron up the way he did. My God,
that'd be sick.
Fucking engine, completely. I think what? I'd be honest with you. I think he probably would have got us to the playoffs at least once.
Either that, or he would have saved Nolan's job.
No, I don't think. I think he probably would struggle with Nolan and those bozos. But
because Nolan was more defensive.
Ain't nobody saving those guys.
Yeah,
Spider-Man couldn't save them.
I was
eventually, and then if maybe he would have saved Harbaugh's job. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there was that big rumor. Remember, I think was it because when Alex came down here that Holmgren wanted to be a coach out here with the Niners. I remember that.
But should have went that way. Oh, instead of Harbaugh?
I think it was more he wanted to.
I think he said he wouldn't mind. Yeah, if they asked him to be the coach of the Niners, he would have been hell yeah.
He should have been a fucking GM.
But that was when Jet was on some asshole shit. He wasn't trying to go back to any of our old school coaching tree. Because we could have went after Shanahan, the first Shanahan, Mike Shanahan, at some of those points too. I think he was in Washington at that time. He probably would have dipped on them for us.
This is just a whole what if
for sure
segment. You know what I'm saying?
What if?
Yeah, huge what if.
We're in the multiverse.
What if Rodgers got drafted by the Niners? I'll say with confidence we win 2 Super Bowls with Aaron Rodgers. We have 7 at this point.
I know you put him on that fucking 2011 squad for sure. Fuck. But that defense too, that defense. If we would have went to the Super Bowl, Brady would have got his ass kicked.
Yeah, that was a nasty defense.
So I said,
Dumbo, we can't hear you.
Anyway, what else we got?
Yeah, what's up with your audio? I see you talking, but we can't hear you, Blood.
I see you knocking, but you can't come in.
All right, well, let's get to some of these games. Enough with the hypothetical questions.
Yeah. Get out of here. I gotta do some more moving. No more multiverse. We got the Watcher. The Watcher's not here, so.
Oh, she's watching.
Well, he's watching.
Chiefs versus Bengals. Let's get to Championship Sunday. We'll do that. We'll do the other game first. We'll finish last with our Niners because we always end up there anyway. What are we liking? What are we picking? Keep in mind that the Chiefs lost to the Bengals, I think, about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Burrow put up 4 touchdowns and over 400 yards. So I don't know.
So is anybody on this show gonna go on a limb and pick the Bengals?
I was thinking about it. You know what? Fuck yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say they beat them again.
All right.
Do we have a spread? Do we have a spread?
7-point dogs. Last I checked, they were 7-point underdogs.
7 points?
Yeah, KC -7 to over under 54.5.
I'm not taking that spread, but I think Cincy, I'll take it. Even though it's hard to go against Mahomes, but they already got the formula. If they could do it again, I don't know. But they got the right pieces.
Any interesting matchups you're looking at?
Nobody.
The Honey Badger got hurt.
Oh, that's and they were already struggling.
Huge. Yeah, that was huge for the. I think that's the reason that Bills. Davis had a huge game because he didn't have Badger helping at the cornerback. So it depends if Honey Badger comes back. I can see Cincy giving trouble. The Chiefs trouble, especially with T. Higgins, Burrow. Burrow throwing at T. Higgins.
I don't see no one guarding Jamar Chase. I don't see no one guarding him.
Tyler Boyd, Mixon, they're loaded.
Boyd, that's another thing too. They haven't been using
and
Boyd
Uzomah.
a lot. And Uzomah's a big target. Yeah, I didn't even trip up by a dude. That was one of the first things I said. Since he gets a good tight end, and then Nick mentioned, they got Uzomah, a big dude. They got a big dude playing the tight end. That's huge right there. So I think it's gonna be another high scoring game. And I would take Cincy with the points though. I don't know. I wouldn't say they would win, but definitely with the 7 points, I could say they may be losing by 6, 2 field goals or something even less.
Are you taking any? Who are you taking though? Just make a pick for without the spread.
Without the spread, I'm gonna take KC, but I'm gonna put some money in. I'm gonna take Cincy.
All right, Cello.
Let's see.
Chiefs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want them. I want that Super Bowl back.
That's what I was saying. I was rooting for them for that reason. Because we're not going to be shit until we get that off our, because we complained about the refs and this and that. Okay, so now we got a clean slate. Pretty much a similar squad against their similar squad. We get a chance to redeem ourselves. So, shit, we better take care of business.
Yeah.
Niner KC rematch. Niners win. Enough said, bro. Okay.
The dub. They're getting the dub.
That's what I was rooting for. That's another reason I was rooting for the Chiefs.
I wouldn't mind seeing that again. Yeah, I'm sticking it to these motherfuckers. Sticking Mahomes, get 6 sacks on them motherfuckers.
Well, maybe we got the chance.
I even get a late hit on his ass just because.
It gives us a chance to avenge all our demons, all our ghosts. Really redeem the biggest blemish on Kyle Shanahan's coaching career. So he should be looking at this with big eyes, ready to fucking pounce on that shit. If we get our chance, you got to throw everything at the fucking Chiefs this time. Don't stop running the ball to Debo.
Don't stop running the ball.
Don't stop running the ball in general. Don't stop giving the ball. But he's learned. I think he's learned. Debo is your playmaker. Get him the ball by any means necessary.
He's your most explosive player. Yeah, he's your Mostert. From on the team right now.
I see if we had Mostert on this squad, it wouldn't even be a question. We'd be fucking.
Well, next year. Don't forget about next year. We're gonna have Mostert and Elijah Mitchell.
That's gonna be keep him. He's a free agent, though. I don't know.
No, he's not. He's not a free agent, is he?
I think he is. Yeah,
I think he is. Yeah.
I thought he signed a 4-year deal extension.
Nah. All he did. It wasn't an extension. I think they just added an extra couple of cash on the contract. That was it.
Let's look
this up. I don't think they extended it.
I'd give another $5 million.
Can't hear you, Cello.
Free agent.
He's a free agent.
Yeah. I give him another $5 million. Fuck it. We're gonna have cap space anyway. We're gonna have that. We're gonna have that extended salary cap.
Jimmy's gonna be gone. So
Jimmy's gonna be gone. That'll be another $25 million. We're gonna have like $40 million in cap space. I give him $5 million. Sign Bosa. Sign Debo. I wouldn't even sign Bosa.
Y'all Debo. Right. He's unrestricted free agent. Fuck.
Yeah, he's a free agent, and I don't know. Especially
I give him $4 million.
I don't know.
I give him $4 million.
I do my best to bring him back.
Yeah.
For cheap.
I give him $4
because
million.
if you put the two of them together, and you're not counting on Mostert to be your bell cow anymore. Mitchell's going to be like the bell cow. Mostert will probably come in and be the change of pace back, which is good because you don't have to put all them carries on him anymore. So they'll just be a 1-2 running back by committee, which is up Shanny's alley anyway. That's what
I'm kind of different. I think I'd start Mostert over fucking Mitchell only because of his just.
I wouldn't because of his injury concerns.
Yeah, but
we're gonna get him hurt again.
But Mitchell's been injured too though.
Not like Mostert though.
He missed like 6 games.
4 games. I think Mitchell only missed 4 games.
He only played 11 games.
Who?
Oh yeah,
Mitchell.
He missed like 6. Yes, he's like 6 games. I'm telling you. So,
we
split him.
I think they're saying the long-term injury history is more deeper for Mostert. I think that's.
Well, he's been in the league longer, and he's had a lot. Yeah.
No. When he gets injured, though, he gets bad injuries, bad. He misses significant.
He hasn't been able to stay on the field for like 5 consecutive games, has he?
Well, don't get it twisted, though. I mean, missing 6 games is still similar to Mostert missing significant time. So.
Yeah.
But
wasn't it one injury or was it multiple?
I think it was multiple. I think he had a knee and I think he had a rib. Oh, was it? No.
Remember, he broke his forearm one year. He was gone the whole year.
No. You're talking Mitchell.
I'm talking about Mostert.
Oh. Yeah,
Elijah Mitchell's injuries where I think one week was concussion.
I think he has a rib and a knee. I think right.
Rib or something like that.
Yeah.
AD says, "I don't know how y'all feel. Play calls last game sucked."
Yeah, the offensive play calling wasn't all that great, but it was definitely had a lot to do with that weather, and all the offense taking turns taking a shit. None of them played good. You know what I mean? Except maybe Debo and Kittle down the stretch. You know what I mean? I got to say that Juwan Jennings and BA not being able to get into the game because of the shitty offense. they actually did what they had to do when it came to blocking. I seen those boys pancaking people out there. So at least they chipped in somehow,
So I'm gonna say before I get out of here, of course I'm taking 9. I gotta get out of here.
Where are you going?
Where are you going? I gotta get other shit. I gotta move the rest of my shit.
Okay.
All right.
Andale.
I'm taking Niners, of course. Taking Niners. We on 3 it. It's good this time because teams are familiar with each other at this point. It's just them fucking just getting on each other.
What's your score?
I'm going.
Let me guess. 31-10.
I'm going 28-21. Us.
All right. The all-time record for teams. The all-time record for teams that go against each other 3 different times in a season is for the team that won the first 2 will usually wins the third one. The record's 14-9 when that happens.
Yeah, I remember the Titans did it to the Bills. The Titans did it to the Jaguars back in the day because the Jags were 14-2, and then they beat them in the playoffs. So they only lost to the Titans that year. That was their only fucking losses.
The last time it happened when 2 teams played each other 3 times was last year, and the third time is when the Bucs beat the Saints. So, but the Saints won twice in the regular season, but the playoffs they got booted by the Bucs.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But I seen that game. Breeze was already done at that point. You could tell his career was over. AD says Mitchell ain't it, bro. He just looks good, because he got fresh legs. I don't know. I like what I see out of him. I like some of the shifty cuts he makes. And he falls forward. He has that lunging forward. When he falls, he tends to get those extra 2 or 3 yards. Yeah, and he fights for yardage. I like Mitchell.
I like him.
I disagree with you, AD, on this one.
The only I think AD's has seen those. I think he's talking about those plays when Elijah Mitchell was, I think that it was 4th and 1. He had the first down. The only thing is, I think he needs better vision. Of course, he's a rookie.
That's what I said.
And he just, he's learning the game, Plus, high momentum game, He probably didn't see it. He had that gap, he had that lane. So that's the only thing I see. I think Mitchell has bright future with the Niners. That's what he does. He keeps moving the legs forward. He doesn't stop. He doesn't buckle.
That's what I'm saying.
He
always falls forward. That's what you look for on running back.
Forward.
I touched on the vision issues earlier before you got on, saying that's why Mostert is so good in this offense, because not only does he have the speed that nobody else on the team has, he has the vision through the hole, and once he gets there, he commits. He doesn't have a second thought. You know what I mean? And I think that's what Elijah needs to develop. Like, all right, I'm taking this lane, and come with me. That's the same thing.
AD says Niners by 10.
Yep.
All right. I can take that. That'll be as long as we win. That's all that matters. Yep. I think, if you did bring Mostert back, I would say basically you just feed the kid maybe, 15, 20 carries, and then, you throw Mostert 10. He's going to break at least 2 or 3 of them for at least 20 yards. Maybe even 80, because he still has the legs, especially if he sat out a whole season, he's going to have fresh legs next year. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I wouldn't have no problem bringing him back. You know what I mean? I'll toss him a little bit of money.
I would like to see the committee, though. I would like to see him split. Yeah. But Womack's talking about he wanted Raheem Mostert to be the starter and get
I understand.
The lion's share of the carries.
If you're going to do that, you split 15-15. If that's what you're thinking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they should be 50-50.
I still don't like that as much, though. I'd rather have the kid starting because, he's younger. He'll take the hit, you know what I mean, and whatnot. But, it's mix in some sermon in there when it's going to get really physical and,
I was going to say that, too.
Between the tackles, you know what I mean? So, what the fuck did we go get him for if we're not going to use his ass?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not gambling. I'm not counting out sermon yet.
Yeah.
No, we can't.
And he still got.
And I think he's a decent receiving back as well, if I'm not mistaken. He's all right.
We could do a dual halfback set out of the eye with that kid, and toss him some on a wheel or a flat route. And then like I said, Trey's going to be the guy next year. You know what I'm saying? Hold on.
Guess what? We were supposed to be talking about Chiefs Bengals, and we got back to the Niners again. But it's all good. We'll get back to that.
That's right on AD for throwing this out of the.
Really. Yeah. But we got to answer questions.
That's true.
I mean?
Yeah. So, yep.
So, what's the next one?
Niners have always been built on a run game. Debo has been a triple threat for us, game changer.
Big time.
100%.
Facts.
But the reason he's been there is because, like we said earlier, is there's no Mostert. Nobody can duplicate that excel through the hole.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Other than Debo.
Exactly. When you saw that 3rd and 7,
all right, let me just get my pick in for the Chiefs Bengals, and let's move along. The Chiefs Bengals, I'll take Chiefs by a field goal. Probably another overtime game possibility. It's gonna be another one of those shootout type games because Bengals offense, they already proved they can light up the Chiefs defense. So I would say you could be looking at another 31-28 type of game, maybe possibly OT. But I'll say the Chiefs edge it out with Mahomes.
Another thing too, Burrow did get sacked 9 times. So
and
this team is gonna be scary next year though when draft picks and free agency revamp the O-line.
We called the Bengals though. We said the Bengals were coming on. We said they'd be one of them teams very soon.
I do.
Me too. Womack said next year.
Womack,
I think they're your way. Me and Jimmy think they're your way.
It's scary that there's a lot of things that you can compare, a lot of comparables. When we won our first Super Bowl, they were the people that we, the team that we faced. We both came out of 6-10 seasons. You know what I mean? And nobody thought you're going to do shit in the playoffs. Fast forward all these years, and now look, it's the same kind of issue. We came off a shitty season last season. They're coming off a shitty season last season.
It kind of scares me that the roles might be reversed because they got the hotshot quarterback and we got the Boomer Esiason. We got that defense. They had that defense back then.
Yeah, but we'll see. It's just there's a lot of little comparables there, and it's kind of weird.
I'll still take us, but I'm just saying it.
Right.
It's a little worse.
We beat them. We beat them. Earlier this season we faced them already. You know what I'm saying?
I forgot we even played it. Yeah, that was a hell of a game too.
That was a game. So.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is I can't count them out. I still would like the Chiefs. My preference is to get that title back that we lost to them. But I'm not going to count out seeing the Bengals for number 3 in the Super Bowl.
I agree. Chiefs by 7. Mahomes Antichrist legit. Just saying.
You're drunk, blood. What are you
doing?
Hey, D, you gotta relax, blood.
All right, let's get to the Niners. We can't fucking stop talking about them. Niners versus Rams, round 3. Let's get it popping. What are we expecting in this game? Which game is it going to be more like? Is it going to be more like the blowout where we come out, punch them in the mouth? Is it going to be more like the last game where we have to come from behind? Is it going to be something different? What do you guys think?
I think personally that both teams are going to be real dialed in for this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not now. It's not just look, we beat you 6 times already. Now it's look, we're about to fucking bounce you out the fucking playoffs. You know what I mean? So I think this guy is going to definitely throw anything and everything he has in the back of the book. Every special play, all that shit. But let's not forget, you know what I'm saying, that you still got Mr. Pick 6 back there. And even in this last game,
Jimmy or Stafford?
No, I'm talking about Goff.
Stafford.
Yeah, I mean Stafford. Goff.
Oh yeah,
Stafford leads the league in pick 6s this year.
Yeah, Jimmy don't throw as many pick 6s. That's correct.
That's the thing. So, I mean, I still think you start, and then let's be honest, they lifted that shit. Ticketmaster, you know what I mean? Ticketmaster got rid of that.
That was bullshit. We didn't even touch on that.
Well, let's just be honest. It didn't really matter if you were a smart motherfucker, StubHub and SeatGeek. You know what I mean? And who else? Maybe even other cats that you can go on.
And what they didn't account for is there's so many fucking LA Niner fans down there anyway.
100%. You know what I mean? So even if they did that and the other people did that, fine, whatever, it would have still been 50-50 in that stadium.
I'll say 70-30 is what it ends up on Sunday.
Oh, it's easily now. But if they would have enacted that bullshit to keep us from buying tickets up this way,
60-40.
No matter what you would have done, it would have been 50-50. No matter what.
I would say 60-40 even.
Maybe even that.
Somewhere. You're same ballpark.
You know what I mean? But I've been down there and I've seen it. They left. Raiders left, Rams left.
Exactly.
So they clung on to the only team that they really wanted to cling on to that had a winning, you know what I'm saying? Who knows what, if it was this in our winning culture or whatnot. But they hung on to us, you know what I mean? So, and they, so when they come back, it's kind of like whatever. They already went to a fucking Super Bowl once, and they still don't got a crazy fan base like that down there.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So that just says enough that you need to know, So regardless, it's a trip when you think about how all this shit is working out. It's basically gonna be another home game for us down there.
Yeah. No.
So
and the possibility of a home game if we go on to the Super Bowl.
Exactly. So either way, it's
essentially a home game.
Either way, they're still
semantics.
the ones that got something to lose. We're still playing with house money. We shouldn't be here.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
The onus is on them to win. But I say that, and I say that, and then I say this is that I still don't think this is going to be no 31-10 kick ass like we did, when we saw him earlier in the season. I don't think that's going to be this.
So you think it's going to be more close to the second one?
I think it's going to be more closer. It's more hard hitting, but I still think that no matter what, our defense is going to impose their will. The way they've gelled these guys, the way they want it. You know what I mean? Because some of them do have chips. Arden Key has a chip on his shoulder. Let's not forget that. And Menahue has a chip on his shoulder. Nick and Eric Armstead are carrying the chips. So is DJ Jones from when we lost to the freaking, to the Chiefs, when we lost to Fraggle Rock. You know what I mean? So don't think that that's not still something that's in the back of it. And that's why they're playing so hard together. Because like I said earlier, this team was brought back for the revenge tour, and look, we're this damn close now, You don't think these guys are going to play, and they don't give a fuck if they break something. You know what I mean? They're going to play, they're going to break something, and hey, we made it to the Super Bowl. Give me 3 shots. I'm playing. You know what I mean? Exactly. It ain't going to matter.
You saw with Trent Williams. Trent Williams was limping in the fourth quarter. You saw Kittle hobbling. You saw Debo hurting. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy with his injuries already still out there. So, I mean, you love to hate on Jimmy, but Jimmy got heart. You know what I'm saying? He's going to play no matter what. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I don't have to hate him. I just like to call out facts.
Yeah. I mean, he does what he does.
Yeah, he does, yeah. Jimmy's going to Jimmy no matter what.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the key thing for me is it come down to coaching. If Jimmy starts bad, you're gonna have to start running. Defense got to be on point. Special teams gonna be on point. But if Jimmy has a good game,
he's capable. He's capable.
We could cruise. We could cruise this game. We could actually take control, play smart, and what also is what Kyle got to understand is if the Rams are doing adjustments, also for our defense coordinator. If they're making adjustments, got to just make adjustments as well. That's what it comes down to, really, because that's what the the second half against the last Rams game, we played much better. Defense was on point. Allowed us to come back. But it could happen like the first game. Start picking. Also, Stafford is known to throw picks. If our defense is on point and is making plays. Offense is going to be a little better. Jimmy's going to have more time, because they're going to be tripping off the running game. Elijah, Debo, potentially, we might see Jeff Wilson. He got hurt in the last game. Maybe. I don't know. I really think Trey Sermon is inactive because I think he's hurt. I don't know if he's able. I don't think he's a healthy scratch. I couldn't find anything. So it's going to come down to coaching and then, what happens. Depending on Kyle's, first, I believe he scripts his first 24 plays. Depends on that goes down. If that shit starts taking a cruise, I mean, I think it's gonna either be the first game type the at home when we played at Levi's, or it's gonna be the last game at SoFi. It depends.
I think it's gonna more resemble the second game, but I don't think we're gonna get down as much. I think it's gonna be more of a back and forth, and then maybe we pull away second half, like fourth quarter. We impose our run game even more. I'll give my score. I'm going to say 27-24 Niners.
I sincerely think that if I agree with Leo, that if Jimmy comes in there and he has a day where he goes 20 for 24 and 200.
Like that Cowboys game.
Stay the fuck away from Jalen Ramsey this time, please.
No. If he goes in, that guy. If he goes in and he has a 20 for 25, you know what I'm saying, and 250 yards, it could resemble the first game when we smashed them 31-10. You know what I mean?
So. Shit.
It can if that happens, I think we do kind of cruise through this game because the defense is going to come in no matter what and play the hell out of it. That's one thing I'm not worried about. But if Jimmy comes in and he runs the offense efficiently, throws a touchdown, gets 240, 50 yards, you know what I mean, and takes care of the ball, the running game will work. You know what I mean? And we won't have to worry about too much because we know that Elijah will get his numbers. You know what I'm saying? We only really need, if Jimmy does that, 240 yards and, a touchdown, we only really need a good 80 yards out of Elijah on 20 carries. That will ice this game, completely, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm a little concerned defensive-wise.
I'm not.
I think this is a team that will attack deep, whereas some of the teams we played haven't been. The Cowboys didn't really attack us too deep, too much, and Packers didn't as well.
Well, and the reason why is the D line is causing these quarterbacks.
Exactly.
You gotta have a quick release.
Let's not forget what happened.
But they were able to attack us deep even in that Week 18 game.
Yeah, but look, don't forget what happened in that second half. That shit didn't happen no more. He got sacked 5 fucking times, bro, and then it was a completely different game in that second half. You know, he got picked off.
Twice.
You know, so I mean, I still think Stafford's a good quarterback, but after seeing what I'm seeing, it's almost like he's reverting to the guy that was spotty back in Detroit. You know what I mean? Because let's be honest, even in Detroit, he definitely ran up against some tough teams. But I mean, every week now he sees a defense at least in, you know, when it comes to divisional games, that's a tough ass defense. Because let's be honest, Cards and even the Seahawks with all their bullshit this year had a pretty good defense. You know, it wasn't the greatest of defenses, but it was at least middle of the pack enough to fuck with him. You know, and that's the thing with him. If he starts hearing the footsteps, and he's more apt to hearing the footsteps because he's used to all the times he's got sacked back there in Detroit. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it's imperative that the D line hits him hard early.
Yeah.
Rattles him a little bit.
He saw it again. Yeah, he saw the second half of the game. You're like, you could tell him when he was out there in the pocket. You could tell like the way how he was looking. He was hearing footsteps because he'd be like, "Oh shit!" He could have thrown it, but he got shook. He's like, "Oh shit! I hear it. I don't know where it's coming from.
Look at this.
I hear it though."
Look at the most recent game. Look at the most recent game. He started hearing them footsteps again. His play went down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And
that's just the thing with him.
Yeah,
you know.
Another thing too, like how AD just mentioned, we got to definitely watch for Cup because he's been tearing it. You know,
that's what I'm saying. We got to respect their deep game, and those guys will find holes in the zone. Cup and Beckham.
Double team once again.
I think
double team Cup for sure.
Well, I mean, I like the way we played them the last couple games. You know what I mean? And you know, Beckham really was quiet the last game too. Even though
all you gotta do is get in his face.
Yeah,
Mosley
and K1's back this time too.
Smacking him one time. He's gonna be real quiet.
But they got Cam Akers back too. That's another thing.
Well, he was back the last game. You know what I mean?
Maybe that was his first game back though.
And we put the hit on him. But
that was his first game after fucking Achilles. I'm not putting too much on that.
But he hasn't
let's not forget though that Antonio Brown for the Titans lit our ass up pretty damn good when he came back off of his thing, and that was what
AJ Brown.
AJ Brown. You know what I mean? He shat on us that game, and he came back from something that wasn't that light either, though. You know what I mean? It wasn't an Achilles. But he missed significant time, and that was his first game back, and look what he did. So, I mean, I feel where you're coming from. You knock off the rust, and they play a little bit better. But let's just be honest. We're 7th in what was it?
And we got our backers back, too, so that's going to help.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And then we're like first in rush defense or something like that. So we're doing just fine when it comes to that. And if these guys hit him hard enough, he's gonna fold too, just like like Mr. Pick Six back there.
Yeah, I'm not scared of Akers. He only rushed 24. He had 24 carries for 48 yards. Also, he fumbled twice. He got smacked.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is punch that ball, smack him around. And he's gonna be, he'll give you a little yards here and there, but for 24 carries, just have 48 yards. I really ain't nothing. Now
who was that against? Against us?
That was
last week against the Bucks.
Yeah, last game.
Well, they got Vita Villa.
Oh, they had the quick ass
DJ Jones,
linebackers.
baby.
They got the quick ass linebackers. All you gotta do is punch, come out there. We seen Warner do it. He did it against Mercedes Lewis. Once he gets a hold of you, throw that, sock that ball out of it, and he's gonna bounce your way. So I got.
So you think we're blowing them out?
Like I said, it could go two ways. I mean, it all depends.
What's your prediction? What are you saying? Final score.
I want to say 31-17 Niners.
Okay, I hope so.
With that score, if Jimmy comes in and plays,
I think Jimmy's gonna have a better game.
Look, if he doesn't,
it's due.
This is the fucking this good Jimmy and bad Jimmy. So Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. If Dr. Jekyll Jimmy shows up, we can blow their ass out. You know what I mean?
Kittle. I think Kittle's gonna be a big factor. I think he's.
If Dr. Jekyll shows up, we can blow their ass out, and I would agree with that score, 31-17. If it's it would definitely be like a climactic kind of game though. Like, we're close, and then bam, we get that pick near the end, and we seal the game 31-17. Like a close close score kind of like that. If Jimmy's there and he does what he has to do,
we have to fight back. When was the last time we scored 31?
This season?
Yeah. It was. Wasn't it what's the name game? The Cincinnati game?
We scored 26.
26 Cincinnati.
That's what I'm saying. We don't really score like that. The last
it was against the Falcons. It was the Falcons 31-13.
And Falcons are garbage.
And then also we beat the Seahawks. No, actually no.
Seahawks are garbage.
We beat the Vikings 34-26.
There you go.
We had that nice little stretch there.
And we beat the Rams too 31-10.
31-10.
First half of the season we had a lot of well, I guess the middle part. 31, 30, 34, 26, 31. My point is that we don't tend to blow anybody out too often.
Jimmy showed up in those games.
All right, I'm gonna revise mine a little bit. I'm gonna say 30-24. I'll say we beat them by 6.
Okay, I'll go with Leo if Jimmy shows up. If Jimmy doesn't show up and we got to work from behind, I'm gonna say it's gonna be closer to what you said previously, 27-24.
Another thing too is gonna be that crowd factor.
Yeah. So, but I'll go with if he shows up, 31 to something. We'll score 30 points. Yep. If he doesn't show up, then I'm gonna say we're gonna get like 20, 24. To like 17 or 24 to like 20 or something like that.
We should win this game, though. My point: we should win this game.
We should win this game. We've got the psychological edge. We got the psychological edge. We're playing in front of basically a home game. You know what I mean? We've got our boys all basically clicking and believing in each other. We've got everything going for us.
An extra day of rest too.
An extra day of rest to get better. Not playing in a fucking snowstorm. Below fucking 0 fucking temperatures. We've got time to get a little better. A little more healthy. And what I'm saying, the travel, we ain't got to fucking fly on a damn plane 5 hours somewhere when everybody's trying to heal up. It's 1 hour there. So I mean, we've got everything going for us, but like I said earlier, I still think that all the onus is on them to win. We're the dogs again.
And we scored 31 on them that first game. 31-10 was the final.
Yeah.
So I guess you guys are saying it's going to resemble more of that first game.
Yeah. Defense,
if Jimmy comes, and brings his good Jimmy, what I mean? Porn star Jimmy shows up, we're going to do the damn thing.
Yeah, exactly. And that means, moving the ball, moving, if you can't get a touchdown, get a field goal, So.
Yep.
All right. What did Womack say his pick was?
I don't know.
He said,
"You gotta go. You gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go." That's all I got from him. I gotta go.
Jimmy was calling him. He had to go.
You gotta go.
That is true. Hella Niner fans in LA, and then you know what? That's LA's fault. You know what I'm saying? LA Rams not even the top 5 team in LA. You got the Lakers. You got fucking Dodgers,
Clippers.
The fucking what's the other the
Raiders?
Raiders
are still the top team over there.
The Raiders still get love, and the Chargers. How many teams do you need in LA? You know what I'm saying? That's your fault. That's your fault now. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? The Rams do not have fans. They're going to be paying $600 for a nosebleed ticket playoffs.
That's why they ain't doing
do that. The Niner fans are going to be doing
fucking
that.
Right.
The LA Rams fans do not have those type of fans. I'm sorry.
They just don't want to either.
I wish they would just move the Chargers back to San Diego.
I hope they just go back to St. Louis. Honestly, they won a Super Bowl over there.
I'm talking about the Chargers. I wish they would move the Chargers back to San Diego.
Yeah,
I didn't like them going to the fucking L.A.
Rams go back to St. Louis.
That's why when you play the Chargers over there, fucking, it's like a home game for any other team too. The Chargers have the same problem.
They don't even have the L.A. fan base. They were San Diego's fucking team.
No, they don't. They just fuck them.
It's kind of weird that they put them up there. I don't understand that shit.
That was the owner. It's a big ass. If you want to look that up online, there's a big ass story about that dude. But we don't give a shit.
He's just being a dick, right?
Pretty much. He screwed the fan base,
fan base,
Art, is it Art somebody in the family? The Art family, I think it is.
No, I think you're talking about Art Modell.
Yeah.
He was the Baltimore.
Pittsburgh, right?
Okay, or Baltimore. All right. Wrong family. Well,
that's it.
All right, so we all think Niners get the win on Sunday. That's fucking good news. We're all on the same page. Yeah, it comes down to 2 key factors, in my opinion. If that D-line shows up like it's been showing up, we win the game easy. If they struggle, I think we lose the game. They gotta. It's crucial to get that fucking pressure in Stafford's face, get him early, hit him hard, like you said, and Jimmy, the two X factors. I mean, well, Jimmy's the X factor.
Out of the three opponents that we have faced, I think this is the easiest matchup for us. I think Green Bay was going to be the hardest opponent. I think I thought for sure we could beat Cowboys, but
I think Cowboys were an easier opponent than the Rams. Yeah, I have more confidence.
Okay, I would have gone.
And we dominated that game. We almost blew it, but we had that game.
But yeah,
that Jimmy pick turned around that whole game. Otherwise, we were about to blow him out.
Yep.
Right. That was easy. I knew that was an easy one right there.
Well, Jimmy's due. Let's just hope he's due this game.
He has had good games against the Rams, so let's
if he's not due this game and we take this game, he better fucking be doing the Super Bowl because he's fucking due. You know what I mean? Enough.
Yeah, Jimmy knows that. You know what I'm saying? This is his last. Potentially this could be his last game as a Niner. If we go to the Super Bowl, potentially that could be his last game. So I think Jimmy wants to leave.
They want to play for him too.
He wants to leave. He wants to leave this team as a champ. That's I think it comes down to.
It. And they want to. You can see that his boys want to give him that too. Because he suffered that loss right next to him, and all the blame went on him. You know what I mean? And it was probably warranted. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I still think that we got jobbed. He could have done more to help to win it. Yeah. But then you could say that for everybody that played in that fucking game. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just, I think it would be beautiful to see them come full circle and come back and get it. You know what I'm saying? The way the Royals did against us. I mean, against, after we smashed them for the last title. You know what I mean? That was pretty tight to see.
Yeah.
They met a better opponent. You know what I mean? And lost and then dusted himself off, came back and knocked the motherfucker out. So I'd like to see the same thing here. That would be very fitting.
Yeah, and then I can see Tom Brady retire at Tampa Bay and Jimmy G going to Tampa.
That would be cool too. I wouldn't have a problem with that.
I don't think so. They got Trask. They're gonna ride with Trask.
Well, either way, you gotta know that, you know what I'm saying? Either way, if that does happen,
they got a winner.
We win, that's only gonna help us get that first round pick out of Jimmy. Peter King said he's worth a mid-first rounder right now. You know what I'm saying? Peter King out of Sports Illustrated.
I'd like to trade him to one of the weaker teams so we get a better pick. Bucks in the playoffs.
I don't agree that he's worth the mid-rounder right now, but hey, fuck, if we could get it, you know what I mean? I'll take it. But I think if he wins the Super Bowl, we can go ask for a first rounder and a fourth.
Yeah, I agree. We'll probably get a first if he wins that Super Bowl.
I'd say second or third.
Yeah, I mean, if he wins the Super Bowl, he can get we'll get a first rounder straight up.
As long as he doesn't shit the bed and he does okay in the Super Bowl win, I can see him first.
Exactly. If he gets an MVP, we're asking for a first and a second, nigga. That's all I got to say about that. Jimmy's gonna go to the fucking Super Bowl and he's gonna fuck around and throw for like 700 fucking yards and fucking 6 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? First round pick, third round pick, second round pick, bitch. We want your whole fucking future.
I don't know where you on when we asked this question. If Jimmy wins the Super Bowl, do you keep him on the roster?
No. Look, it's we did ask this before. We covered it. And I said the same thing that they did with Defoe. You know what I mean? You can't not take the pick. You know what I'm saying? And it not only does it set you up for a future, you know what I'm saying, and keep that Super Bowl window open, and the fact that it'll free up even more money with the salary cap going up. We could extend Debo. We could extend Nicky. You know what I'm saying?
If we want to. Big contract,
Exactly. If we want to, we can go. We can keep Lakin. I think it's imperative to keep Lakin next to Trent Williams. I love that. And then see if Aaron Banks can actually handle it on the right guard side. You know what I mean? Next to Jalen Moore. We'll have more opportunities to do more things and to even continue to still pay our draft class, which would have to get to. And maybe, next year, if we wanted to sign somebody, if somebody went down, we could actually go after somebody, a decent upgrade maybe at whatever position we want. It'll be just like, not so much a what's that called when you just buy impulse buy, you know what I mean? But it'll be something that, like the rich get richer, kind of like how Alabama just stockpiles fucking blue chip prospects. You know what I mean? So that would be nice. We could do that. I love Jimmy for the fact that he makes these guys want to fucking just, he makes them into Lions that want to play hard. And that's the one intangible that he has over Lance right now. Can Lance become that guy? Fuck yeah. Especially if he shows his teammates he's got the heart to do it for them like they do for him. They'll fucking rally around him in an instant. You know, but right now that's Jimmy. So
they played pretty good for him against the Cardinals.
Yeah, you know, and they played pretty good for him against, you know, even though it was the Texans, they still played their ass off for him. So
I think we just got a great. I think we just got a good group.
I do, and I think the future's bright. But I think if you hold on to Jimmy, it'll be less bright.
And they trust Kyle. I think that's what it comes down to. They trust Kyle, the OC, the DC. Even though these guys, you know, we might lose. What's the name? D'Amico Ryans. But still, though, you know, they trust the system. That's what it is. They trust the system.
They all bought in.
They bought in, exactly.
You know, they all bought in. Yeah. So, you know, I like that idea, but they also know, too, that if we want to keep this thing going, I think that's the other thing they know. They know the business side of this shit. Because a lot of the younger guys coming in the league now understand the business side. They don't take it so personally, you know. So, basically, I even though, you know, if he goes in there and he puts the team on his back and he wins us a Super Bowl against Mahomes, you know what I'm saying? Or if it's Burrow, you know, if he goes in there and he does that, then you still have to trade him. You know what I mean? Because you know, we're gonna get the most for him, and we're gonna be able to set ourselves up for a long time.
I just should have asked this topic before Mac here.
Yeah, I think that it was already spoken. They're like, hey, we're gonna ride with you this year. It's gonna be your final year. You know,
we're giving you another shot.
We're giving you another shot.
You and the guys.
Exactly. And like, let's win this one. Also, this gives you opportunity to show that you're still a winner. You're a champ. You go to another team that's going to want you. And also, you know, maybe you're the missing piece to that team. Yep. I think that's what it comes down to. Like you said, it's a business. You know, they're not going to be like, hey, you know what I'm saying, you know, pull some shady shit. No. So I think that's what it comes down to. And you know what? And even though, you know, we like to shit on Jimmy, I think Jimmy can handle it.
Yeah.
I don't like to shit on Jimmy. He just gives me a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, that's real as hell.
Zero TDs, 1 interception. It's hard not to shit on a guy for that.
True. And like I said, AD, we tell facts over here. I've been telling you.
Only facts.
That's all we facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Jimmy Beasy.
But basically, like, do you know how much that dude would be his whole shit would be turned. Nobody would remember the fucked up throws. And if he went into the Super Bowl and won us a damn Super Bowl and then sailed away in the sunset, I know you even would have love for him, Nip. You know what I'm saying? You
I don't hate Jimmy. I don't hate Jimmy, but I want the team to win. I'm all about the team winning.
I want winners.
But I think you would, even though you speak the truth on all the shit all the time, I think that you would probably have rose-colored memories with him if he went and did that for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean. You probably wouldn't bring up the bad games as much.
Exactly.
But to me, I'm gonna tell you, even if he gets that win, I'm gonna say he's a Dilfer. He's a Brad Johnson type of QB.
Well, you know what?
Which it ain't necessarily a diss. I mean, it ain't a bad thing. Them motherfuckers got rings.
Well, I would definitely put him a little higher than both of those guys if he went in there and took it, though. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't take it. You know. Brad Johnson didn't take it, you know. Let's be honest.
The thing is, like
I want to look up Brad Johnson's stats real quick.
As Niner fans, you know, we're spoiled. We got Montana. We had, you know,
cornerback.
You know,
the cornerback was the MVP of that Super Bowl, bro. I think that was who was it?
Which Super Bowl?
The Super Bowl where the Rams, where the Bucks beat the Raiders. It was a corner. He had 2 picks and 1 was a touchdown.
On that, was it?
Yeah.
What year was that? 99, right?
The Bucks
I can't remember.
whooped on the Raiders, right? Because Gannon had threw hella picks.
2001? I think it was 2001.
I think Gannon threw 2 or 3 picks. I think one
of them they had him all day.
Was it Lynch? No, not
Lynch. What fucking year was that?
They had Brooks. They had Lynch. They had
Nope. They had Barber. They had Simeon Rice. They had Booger. Rice. They had Boogie McFarland. They had some fucking monsters, dude, on that defense squad, dude. That was Monty's cover too.
They had Sapp too, right? They had Sapp, or was he with the Raiders?
Yeah, they had Sapp. They had Warren Sapp too. Yeah, you know what I mean. And man, that was a defense for the
that was yeah.
So Brad Johnson, that Super Bowl playoff year, it was 2002, I believe. Let's see.
I know.
3 games. He had 5 TDs, 3 interceptions. That's Jimmy-ish, with 670 yards.
All right. In the Super Bowl, what is his numbers?
Shit, I gotta fucking find that in particular.
Right.
So who are we looking for? You trying to find out who won the MVP for that Super Bowl?
No, I want to see what Brad Johnson's numbers were in that Super Bowl game.
Yeah.
He was tearing it up. They had who was the receivers? Damn, I can't remember.
Yeah, in the game? No, but in that particular game.
Keyshawn, Allstott, Work Done. And I can't remember who the other receiver on the other side was.
Wasn't it fuck, who was it? Jervicius? Nah, he was with the
No, Jervicius wasn't there. Yeah, he was gone.
He went to the Rams.
Yeah.
St. Louis Rams.
Fuck was that guy?
Who was? Yeah, I can't remember.
We're old. That's the problem.
I just remember Lynch.
Yeah, their defense was loaded. That's not even a question.
Okay, so I got the stats for the Super Bowl against the Raiders. This to me looks very Jimmy-ish. 18 of 34, 250 yards, 2 TDs, 1 interception.
See, if we get that from Jimmy in this game, we can blow him out. You know what I'm saying? Without the pick.
And that's what I'm saying.
Even with that.
That's why. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's better than Brad Johnson, but he's in a similar. He's in a similar.
You're comparing.
He's in the ballpark.
Yeah. You're comparing.
Yeah, he's in the ballpark. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But if he gives us those Brad Johnson numbers, we could win the Super Bowl with that. Yeah. 215. That's better than what he's been putting up. Way better. He's been putting up like 160, 170, and no TDs and 1 interception. Yep. So if he can give us that, shit. I will be happy with that.
I think we'll be doing just fine with that, especially because the run game shows up too. It'll be, it'll be a lot easier. You got another score or two.
AD says I got a Jimmy Breezy jersey. I'm still waiting for him to show up. I've been rocking the Jimmy jersey the last 2 weeks. Or actually 2 out of the last 3 weeks. That's my anti-jinx jersey. Plus, I would just want to rock it before I can't rock it no more. So
I've been rocking this. I'm gonna rock this the rest of the time.
Oh yeah, I like that. That's clean.
Dexter Jackson was the MVP. Dexter Jackson,
cornerback, right?
Safety.
Yeah, I remember that. Free safety.
You know what I'm saying? He had 2 or 3 picks, and one of them was a touchdown. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I remember that pick 6. Yeah,
that's the defense right there for you, bro. So we can do that from that defense. From our defense, we'll be tearing shit up too. Let's see J Dub get fucking 2 more fucking picks this year, and that'll be awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the Buccaneers' other receiver was Keenan McCardell,
Mr. Jaguar.
And also, the Bucs had Womack's favorite, Martin Gramatica.
Oh, Gramatica.
Yeah.
Dude, is that the one that broke his leg, tore his ACL on the jump, or was that his brother?
He knocked himself out with the headbutt. You remember that?
Yeah, but one of them tore their ACL.
Yeah.
I think it was the Cardinals one. That was Bill.
Yeah, Rich Gannon had a 2 touchdowns, 5 interception performance. Yeesh. Man, that's ugly.
Yeah.
I'm looking up Dill for Super Bowl. 12 of 25, 153, 1 TD, no one picks.
And that Tampa Bay tight end was Ricky Dudley.
I heard that.
No, Joe Jervicius was there, and also Aaron Stiles.
Oh yeah, see, I thought I was right on that.
And Michael Pittman. That's Michael Pittman Jr.
The running back, yeah. Mm-hmm. He was good. He was a solid runner, but he's a hard runner.
Yeah.
He's a hard runner.
Damn.
All right, well, shit.
Good shit.
I know you guys want to talk about this real quick. I want to get out of here, but I know you guys are going to want to talk about this one real quick. We touch on this. Bonds not getting elected to the Hall of Fame. And y'all know I was not a Bonds dude, but he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. That's ridiculous.
It's some bullshit. I mean,
especially with the guy they let Big Poppy in, but they won't put Bonds. Come on, man.
Yeah.
And he got caught with steroids, so don't give me that shit. It's about steroids. It's about the media didn't like him. It's about the media didn't fucking like him.
He's the media guy. I mean, this is baseball's fault. You know what I'm saying? They shitted on Sammy Sosa. They shitted on Mark McGwire. You know what I'm saying? These guys saved baseball when there was a time, didn't
Palmeiro get in? And he was fucking juicing.
Rafael Palmeiro. No, I know. What you're thinking about is Ivan Rodriguez. He juiced for sure.
I thought Palmeiro got caught juicing too.
Palmeiro got caught, and he's not.
And he's in too. Yeah, he is.
Rafael Palmeiro is not in the Hall of Fame.
He's not.
No, because he was one of the dudes that denied it too. Most of the guys that denied it ain't getting in. It's just like Clemens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why Clemens ain't gonna get in either.
Yeah, this is baseball's fault. You know what I'm saying? The commissioner that allowed this, he didn't care, but he's in the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? All these riders.
Did Clemens get in?
Nah, Clemens not.
No, he's not going to get in either.
Nah, he's not going
to. He denied it too.
Yeah. So this is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And they're giving these riders a lot of power. You know what I'm saying? I mean, their thing is, we're trying to keep tradition, history. alive, keep the game pure. But then you let David Ortiz in.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Because he's a media guy. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, they go again. They're so being hypocrite on this right now because of the people they let in. Not to mention Bud Selig, who basically let all that shit go and turned a blind eye to it. Exactly. But you got racists in there. You got known domestic violence cats in there. You got fucking a bunch of bums in that fucking thing. Yeah. You can't fuck around and then let, Big Papi in and then turn around and try to tell say that, it taints the fucking game when, it doesn't matter that he admitted it. You know what I'm saying? I read an article earlier from some kid on ESPN, and he was he yelled the same shit we did. You know what I mean? And basically, though, what he said was you could let him in, but you can do it in a way on the plaque that words it and basically what he said was what he would write, and he said, he lightning quick strike, the home run king, and blah blah blah. His legacy is sort of tainted based on the fact of allegations.
You ain't even gotta do all that, like you mentioned. You know what I mean? Other shit they allowed.
You put that in. You're telling the whole story, and there's nothing wrong with that. You feel me?
True. Yeah,
you know what I mean? But you're also letting him in, which is what he deserves, and that's to get into the hall. You can put that on there. You can do them asterisks and all that bullshit. I mean, you know what I mean? But you could also show love to what he accomplished because it ain't just.
Why the fuck do the writers have so much say? Why don't they have
to? Because it's a collusion thing, bro. That you can't really prove. That's why they do it that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most of these guys fucking never played baseball. Probably came and fucking hit a.
It's like if they let us fucking get the shit. God.
I mean, shit,
might as well let us on there.
Let us on it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, have you guys?
We got to work on getting our press passes, fellas.
It'd probably be nicer and smarter if they just left it up to the people to decide. You know what I mean?
I think the
players. Why not let the players and managers do this shit?
I would say the majority. I would say 75% players, 25% fans, and the writers could have. They could do fucking little, honorable mentions or
give them 25% at the
anybody most. But dudes who basically couldn't do it, but bitched all up and down about it. You know what I'm saying? So
it was the same shit they tried with T.O. They didn't want to let him in because nobody liked him in the media. Yeah. But you can't dispute T.O.'s fucking greatness on the field.
Yeah. It's basically what they do, and I guess I get it, but I mean, to be honest with you,
I don't get it.
He doesn't give it. I don't think. Well, maybe to say that he doesn't give a shit himself is probably foolish. He played his whole life. You know what I'm saying in this game, so of course he would want some kind of legacy.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I think at the same time, if he's like, man, whatever, I don't give a fuck, then the rest of us shouldn't either. I guess.
But let's not sugarcoat it. Bonds was a dickhead.
He was.
Yeah,
but that does not that should not exclude you from the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
like I said,
I don't feel
you got fucking rapists and domestic violence cats and
fucking racists and shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
You can't really say, we're trying to keep the integrity of the game. Go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? It's about what you feel and how that person made you feel. You're holding a grudge, and let's just let's be honest about what it really is about. So I don't know.
Cuddy Ralph Barbieri. He was fucking funny.
So,
I mean,
he used to be on that Amici's Pizza all the fucking time.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks that Barry is not going to get in, and it also sucks that the great Willie Mays have been, even said like, I want to see my godson get in before I pass away. So I mean, as it's just.
But can't he get in on the?
He can't get in
on the seniors. What is it?
Yeah,
I think this is about. I think this committee is more made up of players.
Yeah, the committee that can get him in. But when is that? Yeah. What is that? What are the stipulations and all the specifics on that?
I
wouldn't know. I'm not the big baseball dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yo, I'm gonna have to cut off, dude. This dog is acting crazy.
Womack was acting crazy.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, I got an actual beef. You can hear this shit. I gotta go, my dude.
No. I'm saying the dog. Womack's a fucking dog. So. All right, we'll get at you next time.
Go Niners.
Go Niners all fucking day. 40 fucking Niner in the fucking house.
There you go. Hell yeah.
Just like that.
Hell yeah.
So AD says Bonds was a suck on personally. That's why I was never a huge fan. But can't dispute the fact he's got the numbers and like he just mentioned, he had the stats before the steroids. He was already winning MVPs up in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he was already the shit. You know what I'm saying? He had Hall of Fame numbers already, and and also the whole home run, just the home run records that saved baseball. I mean, a lot of these stadiums that got built is because people were starting to come back to watch baseball. The attendance was down. You know what I'm saying? And what did these guys do? Make millions for the teams, the cities, wherever they went. I mean, shit. I remember they even had. I think the Giants went to Japan. They opened the season, I believe, probably years back. I think they started the season against the Mariners, where they
I remember that year. That was about like 3 or 4 years ago.
I think it was. No, it was longer than that.
Was it?
Yeah, it was a couple years back. But they've been doing it here and there. But the Giants, they
AD's out. He's going to bed.
All right,
he's out.
Hit me up for Sunday. Well,
be careful though, AD. This guy might infect you.
No, I'm good, but
might get you with the
vid,
the C-vid special.
But yeah. We'll see.
It's going around.
It was cool that the Giants did give Barry. It was Barry Bonds Day a couple years ago. I was there. They had all the legends in the field. He had his plaque. He's an SF Giants Hall of Fame. Pretty sure there's going to be a statue very soon for him. So and he always said, city's his home. And so he's going to be, in the city he's a Hall of Famer. Fuck the Hall of Fame. In the city he's a Hall of Famer.
All right, well, on that note, let's get the fuck out of here. Hopefully he gets in somehow, some way.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, the personal shit, him being a dick, that shouldn't affect what he did on the field. He ain't, like, punching people out. Well, he did kind of sock up Jeff Kent, but he ain't, like, socking up random fans. He's, like, a dickhead to the fans, the younger fans. But, Hall of Fame, he should get in. Did he sock up Jeff Kent, or he kind of caught Jeff Kent,
didn't pushed. There was
he shoved him, right?
There was, like, a little scuffle. That's it.
I think Bonds got the better though, right?
Yeah, it was like a little push or something like that because of
kind of like slamming against the wall, didn't he?
I think it was because of Bill Miller, third base. I think there was a play. Something didn't get called correct.
I remember that shit.
Yeah, something like that. It was all right. The team should have won that team should have won the World Series as well in 2002. So
that was Dusty.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Dusty kind of blew that one. Well, with that pitcher, right? What was his name?
Russ Ortiz, when he took the ball and he took him out the game and gave him the game ball with like 7. I believe
the
it was
dude
7
he put in
outs
though.
back.
What was his name? Felix something or?
Felix Rodriguez. He's
there
the one that fucked it up. Yeah. Gave up a home run to
Rally Monkeys.
What was his name? I forgot. He used to play with the A's. What guy do his name?
Yeah, that was when I used to watch a little bit. I don't watch too much anymore. Get on that shit. I watched a couple. No, I didn't watch shit. I watched the playoffs this year. That was about it. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. It's late.
Late night plunder. Gotcha.
Fake. Check us out on Instagram at Gold Dirty Bastards Podcast. You can find, we post funny memes and all that shit. And also, I posted one today about Sean McVay looking like a male cheerleader, basically, which he does. Or I also said he looks like a Fortnite character.
Let's go, Levi South. Let's go.
Oh yeah, make sure you guys give us a like and subscribe. Helps us out a lot.
Yeah. Also, we dropped our recent episodes on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Make sure to check this out. Make sure you subscribe. Put your notifications on, and let us know if you have any questions, anything. Let us know what we're doing. What you like, what you don't like. Let us know.
Yeah. Give us your critical, analysis of our shit. Let us know what we're fucking up on. Let us know if you think there's something we could improve on. What you like, what you don't like, whatever. We're appreciative of that.
Yeah.
Feedback is good.
Yeah, and also any other podcast want to hop in, collab, join.
Yeah, DM us.
We're
down
us know.
For some shit.
Yeah. Definitely.
And also you can find us. We have a link tree now. We haven't been pumping that as much as we should, so it's got going down there on the bottom. Linktree.ee/Gold Dirty Bastards Podcast, and that'll link you to all our shit. YouTube, Instagram, Anchor, Twitter. It's all on there. That's the best way to get all of our content. One easy spot. Just click there. It's also on our Instagram and our Twitter. If you click the links on there, links in bio. When we say links in bio, that's what we mean. You just click that and it'll take you to all of our content And if you're on this channel on YouTube or whatever, Spotify, like and subscribe. We would love that. Appreciate that. And tell a friend. You know, you got a friend in sports, hip hop, boxing, whatever. You know, let them know we cover a lot of things on this show. Yeah. We even cover TV shows, streaming.
Definitely be talking about the Warriors a lot too soon. Once NFL is over, we'll be on that Warriors.
Warriors, they got to win tonight, right?
Time. Yeah, they beat the Mavs.
Yeah, that was a pretty easy win. And they beat the Jazz on Sunday?
2 days. Yeah, 2 nights ago.
Yeah. Yeah, so definitely, we're definitely going to get to the Warriors, but yeah, this was a football-packed episode. We're not trying to do 3 hours tonight. We're tired. It's already 2.5. We had the Warriors and all the other stuff we wanted on.
You got to watch Boba Fett.
Boba Fett's coming on. We're going to check that out. Shit. We'll talk about shows next week. We didn't get a chance to talk about shows because Womack got shook up and had to leave early. So, you know, we wanted to hear the Resident Alien Report season finale. I seen a commercial for that shit during the game. I was dying.
I was laughing too. Like, what the fuck? That must have been.
It's like Womack, huh?
Womack must have requested this.
Have you watched it yet?
Hell no, I ain't watching that shit.
I watched the first episode, like 20 minutes, and I fell asleep. I was like, this shit is weak.
As soon as I saw the dude from Dodgeball, the pirate, I was like,
Steve the pirate?
I'm cool. I mean,
that dude's in fucking what's it called too? Doom Patrol. He's in the first season.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he's like one of the villains. That's just hella weird, but it's hella funny too. It should be kind of having me dying.
Well, I finally caught up to Yellowstone, so I'm gonna start watching Cobra Kai and Ozark. Those are the two next shows I'm gonna be on.
I watched Spidey, half of Spidey in the theater this morning. I had some errands to do. I had to get my car tinted and shit, but they called me when it was like halfway down. I was like, fuck, I'm just bounced in.
I just sent you the link. I watched the half of the movie too the other day.
I got to the part like right when May died, and then I had to bounce. I was like, fuck. God damn it. So I'm going to have to see that shit. But that shit is still hella good. I got no complaints. Only one complaint, I guess, is the pacing in the beginning is a little slow. Storyline-wise, they were like, you know, trying to build all that shit with their college shit. They could have done a little bit less of that. But, I mean, it's a minor.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't affect the overall shit. Was funny.
It's a 9.5 to me. I've watched.
I think I gave it a 10. I think I'll stick with that.
I think if I watch it a couple more times, I'll probably give it a 10. But for me right now, it's a 9.5. More towards a 9.5 though.
Will you be purchasing this on Blu-ray, or are you just gonna stick with
this will be part of the
stick with the streamed version?
No, I'm gonna have this on the Blu-ray just to have it. It's one of those films. They definitely deserve a copy. They have to own.
And the quality's hella better on Blu-ray than or what is it now? It's not Blu-ray. It's
4K, whatever.
4K Blu-ray.
UHD, whatever.
Those are cleaner though. If you watch like a movie on there, compare it to like you watch it on a streaming, it's hella better quality.
Yeah,
like it ain't even close.
Yeah, I need to watch a film like that. When I got the TV, I got the Sonos soundbar. I haven't watched a 4K quality film on that soundbar. So.
Oh, I finally got my PS5 too, and shit lives up to the hype. I love the controller.
I told you.
Love the controller, but I do like my Xbox Series S too. I got that on my computer screen, so when the wifey wants to watch TV, I could just go on my 4K computer screen and I play my Xbox on there. Still play the same games: Warzone, Fortnite with the kids, and the other kid, Womack, the big kid. He gets hype on the Fortnite. So living the video game life right now. But yeah, PS5 controller is the best controller there's ever been. That shit's hella comfortable. It feels hella durable. The buttons are hella nice. You know, they don't click hella loud. You got that like smoothness to it. That was my complaint about PlayStation controllers. They were always kind of small, like hella small. This one's bigger. It's like wider. Got a better grip on it. I got no complaints so far on my shit. 4K is fucking nice. My TV got the 120 hertz, 4K, true 4K. So that shit looks clean as fuck on there. I gotta get some games though. Any recommendations? You got the Miles Morales Spider-Man?
Yeah, Little Leo beat that game like in 2 days or something. Just the regular game, but you could do like missions or whatnot. So yeah,
they get hella repetitive though, huh?
I would say he played the first Spider-Man more than the newer Spider-Man. So I would say that, yeah.
All right, if any of y'all out there got some game suggestions for me, I like sports. Some of the shooting games I rock with the Call of Duty, so that's my genre.
I'm not into the whole like gaming. I probably just play Call of Duty and Madden and 2K basketball. But I heard the Guardians of the Galaxy game is pretty damn sick. That's what I've heard.
Okay, I'll check.
I don't know. Yeah. Maybe get that for the kids. See what's up. If they like it. Usually, that's how it is now. Little Leo gets a game. If I see it looks dope, looks sick, I'll hop on it. But
anybody got a review on the FIFA?
You would have to hit up Irv. I haven't played FIFA in years. The control, it just the controlling got weird for me, and I just couldn't handle it no more.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
There's one game. There's one game I think I might start playing. Is that FIFA? I mean, not the FIFA. The golf. I don't know. I think it's just PGA. It looks sick. I seen a trailer the other day, so I might check it out.
We used to run that. Check it out, yeah. Tiger Woods back at my house back in the day. We had the whole squad over there. Put money on it, drinking, eating pizza.
I remember we used to have a little tournament with the E Major. Sick.
That was the only game he was good at, I think. That's why he used to be hella hype on it. I was like, him and Mikhail were good at that shit, and
that was the only two.
It's like the only game he could ever beat me at, so he always wanted to play that shit.
Yo, E Major, time for you to hop on the podcast. Let's go.
He knows better. Nobody wanted to see me in Madden.
I'm calling you out, blood.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
All right.
We'll catch you guys next week or sooner. Might get a little more shorter content out there during the week. We'll see. I get amped up on Thursday or Friday before the game.
Sunday after the game. You don't know. That's why I keep those notifications on.
All right. Let's get out of here. We'll catch y'all on the next go round. Peace out. Go Niners. Niner gang. Yee.
Let's go.